dude, bro, there was shit that fucking Corey was doing to Marab that Marab was like, yeah, I'm just gonna hold this guy because I don't want to deal with that. Whereas Shawnee beat the shit out of him. Fucking bum.
Boom.
All right, are we getting started or not?
We're live, guys.
I'm fucking going now. Go ahead.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the final round. I am your host or co-host Isaiah.
My name is Jake. Fucking
And
guy starts the live while I'm trying to eat. Come on.
you kept asking me, "Oh, we're going now. We're going." Yeah,
we're
going. We're going.
Are you fucking excited for this card?
You
For this
goddamn.
weekend?
You
for this
goddamn
new
right.
year?
It's been
So
too
in
long.
terms of, all right,
6
guys.
long, agonizing weeks without the UFC.
Oh man, my back. It's feeling a little better, dude. You've done some good work. Bro, Kyle texted me and he goes, "Bro, I watched the prospect list video, bro." He literally goes, "Bro, is your back actually hurting?" I'm like, "No, dude." I was like,
That
"The
fucking
channel
guy.
does." But I was kidding. Dude, I fucking love him, bro. We're gonna have to call him when we're at Gabe's and be like, "Yo, you watch this?" He'll be passed out.
He'll probably be passed out.
I swear to God, I'm sort of worried that Krylov and Bukauskas, they'll spoil it. If Nikita Krylov is going to win, he's going to make it so boring that Kyle's going to pass out and not wake up the whole night. That's the concern right there. All right, you motherfuckers. My name is Jake. That's Isaiah. This is the Final Round HQ. We are back with the Fighters Lounge, our first one of 2026. And it's a new day in the UFC, Isaiah, where we are free from the bans of ESPN, those bastards. We are
Thank
free.
Goodness.
And we have arrived in a new land called Paramount Plus. We'll see. So far, the signs are pretty encouraging, more to the positive side. But, we got a stacked weekend. There was supposed to be some really good boxing. We got remember Mortala taking on Andy Cruz for a world title. We got the Zuffa boxing card, which, if you'll permit me, before we get into UFC 324, I do want to go over the Zuffa boxing card just because I want to shit on Dana real quick.
Go ahead.
So,
go ahead.
If everybody doesn't know, Zuffa Boxing 1 is taking place at the Meta Apex, which is, you might think, what's the Meta Apex? It's actually the former UFC Apex. Isaiah knows about what they've been doing. They've jacked the prices. They've made it the cheapest tickets, $250, you said? Yeah, they're adding more seats.
Tickets are.
Yeah, they're adding more seats. Do you remember that time where someone said that they were expanding the Apex, the Apex to have 20,000, and Dana's like, we're not doing that, but it's gonna have a couple 1,000, and it's gonna be stupid, and it's gonna be dude, you don't know this guy, but the matchmaker on Tapology is Charles Bussecker, dude. You'll know him because he wanted, all right, he was the main force behind the KSI and Logan Paul shit. That's where he's from. Now, he has other pedigrees, and I might be saying his name. I might be accusing him of crimes, but fuck him. Who cares? Fucking Zuffa Boxing, all right? And I got one thing to say. There are some good young fighters on here. As a boxing fan, I know a couple. Nobody else knows fucking anybody on this card. There's some good young fighters. I'm sure the fight's going to be 50-50. But his main number one guy, Callum available. When Zion was lurking. When Zion was fucking lurking. I know he's fucking bothering him top right. But when Zion was, Elias Spot is available. Carlos Campbell's available. Fernando Vargas available. He's been hiding and protecting Callum Walsh, and he's thrown him to a guy that Errol Spence knocked out in 70 seconds across the compo. 38-3, good fighter, but Callum's going to beat him by decision. And then Dana will go, he's the future of boxing. He's never going to fight any of the top guys at 154 because Dana's a coward. I hope this event crashes. Honestly, I hope Paramount shuts it off around the first fight. I hope it fails. Because I've said this, I want Dana to succeed in boxing, but he's too much of a dick. He doesn't want to work with anybody. He now signs Jaya Pataya. He wants to sign Usyk. And now, you did ask me about the Usyk stuff. If you let me clarify what's been going on with Usyk and Zuffa. He's not signed with Zuffa. He's not signed. He is signed as a ring ambassador through Sheikh Turki Al Sheikh. That's who he signed with. And Turki Al Sheikh is enlisting Dana White and perhaps making a fight with Usyk eventually against Deontay Wilder at the T-Mobile Arena, which, if you do not know, Dana has, I think, a stake in that actual arena because it's Vegas and he's got his little fat fucking Irish hands in every fucking pie. But Zuffa Boxing's happening tomorrow. I hope it stinks. All right, dude. Rant over. UFC 324 cocksucker. Take it away.
Take it away. Well,
I love how you're like whatever.
No, sorry. I was listening. I was just setting up. I have like 4 fucking pages up on this one screen. I'm trying to get it all set up, trying to get it all organized.
All right. Well, if you want, if you're okay, then I'll start. UFC 324. Hey, bro, you work on your shit. I got this, cocksucker. UFC 324 live Saturday, bro. Yo, is it just me or did they change the start times back an hour? Because I like that.
Yeah, it starts at 5 now.
Which is good because guess what? We're not gonna now
because the main card starts at 9.
Now it's still gonna get done around midnight instead of like 1:30, which isn't much of a difference. But I mean, what it means is that we'll be driving back from Gabe's at 12:45, not 1:45. You know, yeah, it's better. Especially if there's a bunch of knockouts in the main card, bro. The main card could be over by 11.
That would be fucking wild.
That'd be crazy. If we're driving back before midnight, that'd be crazy. Yeah, fucking it just, dude. Honestly, bro, fuck ESPN. I did cancel the other day, and I officially got the Zone now, or the premium stuff.
Fuck ESPN.
But yeah, fuck them. So we got UFC 324, the first card on Paramount Plus, live at 5 p.m. with the prelims Saturday, January 24th, 2026. At the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Obviously, main event, Justin Gaethje versus not Patty Pimblett, Patty the Fatty. Or he's going to walk to the cage as Patty the Batty, and then Tuesday he's going to become Patty the Fatty again. There's only like a 4-week period every year where Patty loses weight. Outside of that, he's the big fat guy from the Padres picture. Dude, that's one of the greatest pictures of all time, him and Molly, where his head is like, it's like fucking a balloon. That's goated. Yeah, so we'll get to that. We'll get to the whole card. We're going to start at the bottom like usual. But before we get to the card, dude, I want to ask you your overall feelings so far of the promotion of the week, how things have been going. Because I'll be honest, bro, I've been busy with work. I've been into boxing. I've watched some of the interviews. I've watched some of the stuff of the week, but obviously you've watched everything because you're a fucking psycho. So what so far in the first week and a half of Paramount Plus promotion for the UFC, what's your take?
Well, so far from it's already 10 times better than ESPN.
That's what I'm seeing, yeah.
Maybe it's because it's 2 of Dana's special little boys, Sean O'Malley and Patty Pimblett. Maybe we'll see. But from what we've seen, there's better promotion.
It's gonna be one when Sonky Dong's through with them.
Oh yeah, when fucking
we'll see.
They're doing like face-offs before the actual fight.
Yeah, so
that's
if
cool.
you guys haven't seen, they've done like sort of like face-off things reminiscent to. I think the only 2 events they did it for were Jose and Connor, and then John and DC. Correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, where they sort of shine it in the middle of a dark octagon and they walk up, face each other. But those ones were shot separately. Both Jose and Connor and DC and John, probably because, both, especially DC and John, because they would have fought each other.
Yeah, you can't get
luckily, everybody who did it for this card is civil enough to not do anything. What's funny? Dude, I guarantee you Sean probably wanted to wear a mask and they're like, dude, we'll fucking kick you out. And then Tim Walt's like, Sean, do what they say. And he probably wanted to be a troll so badly. It's okay. We all know tonight he's gonna wear a mask again because he's fucking Sean. He thinks he's funny. With his career on the line, which as you mentioned in the previous video, go check out Isaiah's Sean O'Malley video, guys, because he's right. His career is on the line on Saturday. On the line.
On the line.
Okay. But yeah, dude. And then one more thing. What do you think so far of the structure of the Paramount Plus app in terms of the UFC portion? Because I haven't Because I don't have it. So far, what do you think?
I've looked at it because I obviously took my big hibernation, as you called it. I looked at
Well,
it.
okay. Before you continue, when I say hibernation, guys, usually in the fight year, starting now, going through next December, Isaiah will send me, on average, probably 50 to 25 memes on Instagram. He'll send me about 40 or 50 texts a week, all about fighting. Sometimes about Batman and DC or Star Wars, and sometimes about Game of Thrones. Fucking love the Dunkin' Egg show. We'll talk about it later, but I'm gonna figure out if we're going to minor years for Sunday night. But most of the time, it's like 40, 50 texts a week, a bunch of videos here and there. But then usually when we get to this 6-week period, which I call his hibernation period, because he literally will not he'll send me what. Now, here's why I think this was a very deep hibernation for you. It's because the guy whose shirt you're wearing lost. If he had won, I feel like you would have been a little more active.
Probably, yeah.
But because you were, like, honestly, we were watching 323 and Marab lost, and yeah, you were excited with the card, but I could tell there was a part of your soul that wasn't there. There is a part of your soul that is going to be forever in section 212 of Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
That seat to the two French people that were making out and stroking each other all night.
Oh my god.
I mean, hey, they were an attractive couple, but I mean, like, Jesus Christ, he was fucking stroking his leg and shit.
Oh my god.
Why not? Get over here. But, dude, someday I want to go back to that seat because I'll remember. And I'm going to go, hey, bro, it's there. Your soul's still there. Want to get it? Dude, I could just tell. And, like, so that's why this period for you has been so, like, because, like, I think there's a period where, like, for Christmas and New Year's, you sent me, like, hey, happy Christmas, happy New Year's, and, like, a couple swings, and that was it. And I was like, I thought Giuliano, I'm like, dude, I don't know if he's alive right now. Usually he's spamming me. Because last year's 6 weeks from, at the end of 2024, it was sort of like this, but, we were still doing some stuff. We were talking about it. But this has been like a deep hibernation. So as the other part of this channel that's been holding it on my back heavily in your absence, this week, I'm glad you're back, dude. It's great to see you back making videos again. Both of us here are the Fighters Lounge. All right, dude. I'll stop rambling like a fucking Jew, and we'll get to the fucking card, cocksucker. We got UFC 324, as I mentioned, this Saturday at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, the first UFC numbered card of the Paramount era on UFC. All right, dude, before we get into the card real quick, just looking at it, what would you rate this card so far? And before we get into it, would you rate it like a 7, 7.5, or,
I'd rate it,
just on paper, because it's our preview. We don't know how the fights are.
Honestly, on paper, for right now, I'd say an 8, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, I'd probably go a 7, but yeah, that's fair. All right, dude, let's get started. So first fight of the night, we got the undefeated Ty Miller, a young prospect, who, if you guys want to see our reactions to his first Contender Series fight, was it week 1? And honestly, Ty Miller and Suzarkayev were the only guys who were who were really any good in the first week of the Contender Series. And then, because, bro, I remember we're like, bro, this season might suck. And then every single week was awesome.
Every single week was
badass. Dude, some nights I wake up and I shiver. Because of what's the guy's name? Adrian Lunamar and Mark Volgadine. I have shivers of that fight. That fight was so awesome, dude.
Dude, I
watched it like 25 times since then. It's such a badass.
Such a good fight.
Yeah. But Ty Miller, one of the alums of this past season of the Contender Series, taking on Adam Fugit. Miller comes in 6-0, UFC debut. Adam Fugit, he's 10-5. His UFC record is 2-3. When was his last fight? Has he fought in a while? His last fight was first round loss to Islam Dulatov, that the super highly one of the touted prospects himself.
Well, you look at. Well, I'll let you finish. Actually.
No, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, I was gonna say you look at the guys. Fugit
You talk.
has
I'm gonna some more water. But,
Fugit has lost to in the UFC. It's like guys like undefeated Michael Morales, who is now basically the number one contender in the welterweight division. Then you have Mike Malott, who is sort of a fringe contender right now. He's a bit iffy, but he's beaten the guys he's beaten are Yusaku Kinoshita, who I don't even think is in the UFC anymore, and then Josh Quinlan, who he's a solid fighter. I'll give Josh Quinlan that, but to be honest, Adam Fugit is pretty well, but I don't think his chin is quite there too much anymore. And we've
well, I feel like
seen,
Michael Morales like fucking broke it down a little bit.
well, yeah, Islam Dulatov didn't help at all either. But
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what kind of power Ty Miller has. He was kind of just very active in Jimmy Drago's face on the Contender Series.
Yeah.
Very high output fight. Like he didn't stop throwing, which was very shocking. So
Yeah, I
honestly,
really liked how he was a really good, like he was, because he's really tall. I'm sure he'll have the height and reach advantage in this fight because Fugit's only
he's
what's
got one
Fugit's
inch height advantage and
oh wow,
only a
okay, so
half
they're
inch
actually pretty
reach.
close. Oh, okay, so
Basically
yeah,
even.
so this will be a different fight, but that Ty had against Drago because Drago was like what 5'9", reach of like
Yeah,
70.
he
So
was shorter than Ty.
this is and this is gonna be a fight where I think that we're gonna really see Ty Miller's defensive capabilities because he really was just able to use his jab and move against Drago because Drago was a lot smaller than him and had to lunge to reach him. Fugit's not going to be, he's going to be close enough to hit him in the pocket. So I think we're going to see more about Ty Miller's distance abilities, more about his defensive capabilities, and really see if his jab is UFC level to keep Fugit off him. If he does all that, I think a decision is probably easy for him, to be honest, just to coast and get a decision. Especially because, dude, and we talked about this a bunch. So many UFC guys, if they come in like Fugit and then the first round's kind of a spar, then that guy will fall into a spar
Yeah.
for 3 rounds. And it happens way too often. And it's not the fighter's fault. And it's not the fighter's fault. It's just, it's a gripe I have with, in my opinion, MMA training in general. Everything is like all about motion and like at like one or two speeds where it's so hard, you know, it's so hard to build that crazy speed like Morales. Michael Morales, he goes at speed 4. He doesn't go at fucking 1 speed. He goes at fucking fifth gear the whole time. That's why he's so good. Yes, he has vulnerabilities, but especially with Fugit, he's only been in 1 or 2 gear. He is a pretty decent fighter, but when it comes to Ty Miller, we are going to see himself if he has that ability to kick up a different gear. So I'm excited to watch him, dude. I'm excited to watch him. He's
I think he puts him out.
He has the height. He's marketable. He's young. He's got he has a good nickname, Thriller. I mean, we'll see.
I think Ty Miller puts him out in the second round.
I'm gonna go decision with Ty Miller because now it's a bit hard to gauge Jimmy Drago's toughness to Adam Fugit. Because Jimmy Drago took a lot of shots and it was tough. We just don't know if Jimmy Drago is as tough as Fugit or if more. Because there's no way to gauge it. So I have no idea how Miller's power is going to affect that. And I do agree with you. It's certainly a possibility.
I just think Fugit's chin isn't there anymore.
That's that is true, but I feel like Miller's going to be a little cautious at points if he is a smart fighter. If if his emotions get the better of him, yeah, he could knock him out, but he could also get caught himself.
Oh yeah, I think the exact opposite. I think he's gonna feel the moment, first fight on the Paramount era. He's gonna go for it.
Well, that's a good point, dude. Because there's a reason why they're putting him on this card. There's a reason why he's on this card as undefeated fighter. There's a reason why. So we'll see. I'm going to pick him by decision, just because I don't know how his power is going to generate the UFC level.
That's fair. That's fair.
Now, saying that I think that Adam Fugit, if he gets knocked out, will get cut. So he's pretty borderline UFC level. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we both have Ty Miller. So
Yeah, we both got Ty Miller. So
all right, let's fucking get to this next fucking fight.
next fight we got Ricky Turcios versus Cameron Smotherman. I'm just going
Yeah,
to
he's just
start
gonna
this.
smother Ricky, and yeah,
Yeah.
no, this is gonna be a blowout. Cameron's gonna sit on top of Ricky. Ricky's gonna quit in 5 minutes, and it's gonna be like every fight that Ricky's had since Raul. It's just gonna be like,
What happened to Ricky, dude? He's gotten worse in every single
well,
fight.
I have a conspiracy. I feel like the UFC said, "Hey, here's 800 grand, to take a dive against Raul Rosas, and then you have to suck rest of your career." Sorry, and he probably got all depressed because, dude, we watched him on the show, on the Tough Show. He was beating guys. He was fucking throwing punches. He was like, "I do can," and both of us were like, bro."
Well, we got to remember
We
that
watched
show
him beat
is
Brady
filled
Houston.
with a bunch of regional fighters, not UFC level fighters.
Well, I mean that's true, but there's been some good guys who have come off the show. Ryan Battle. He's got he's a weird enigma. Mitch Raposo. I understand that he hasn't been great, but he has a UFC win now. So, yes, that is a factor, and I know different division, but all I'm saying is this: we watched him beat Brady Houston, and both me and you were like, dude, this guy could be a really good fighter.
Okay,
And
I mean, we thought that at the time, but let's compare Brady Houston to UFC level fighters.
no, bro, I'm not disagreeing with you. Let me finish, okay? Yes, at the time we said that, but then I think several things happened. He sort of lost his confidence, especially after the Rosas loss, clearly. And like you said in your breakdown, for some reason he's just regressed in every fucking fight. And the last 3 fights of him, it's just I'm yelling at the screen, Ricky, do something. And then in the 3rd round, he tries to win it. It's like, there's a minute left, you dumbass. He had 2 rounds to win the fight. So I hate I'm saying this, but I'm picking Cameron Smotherman. I'm sorry. I picked Ricky in every single one of his UFC fights. He's won a couple. He's let me down mostly. So I have no choice, Ricky. I'm sorry. I'm picking Cameron Smotherman. And actually, I'm picking him to win by finish. I'm not sure how it's going to come, but
I'm picking Cameron Smotherman as well. Like I said,
let's see if Ricky's going to quit.
I don't think Ricky's going to quit because I don't think Ricky's got that mindset where he's going to quit himself. It's just whether or not his body forces him to quit or not. But
no, that's true. Yeah, good point.
I mean, I'd love to choose Ricky. I'd love for him to get a win. It's just he hasn't shown any type of good skills other than making a fight a dirty dog fight. That's the only thing he's good at, in my opinion.
And also, we saw when it comes to Smotherman, we've seen in pockets, both in the Sergey Sade fight and Ricky Simone, that, dude, if he needs to, this guy can scrap.
He's good, dude. He's good.
He can scrap. There was a moment in the 2nd round with Ricky Simone where they were trading for a good minute, and Smotherman, yeah, he was getting clocked a bit, but he was giving it back to Ricky, who we both admit is a fringe top 15 guy. He's not really, but he's fringe, which means he's better than most of the fucking division. So if Cameron Smotherman does that against Ricky Turcios, he's going to win. Is he the favorite? Yeah, he's a moderate favorite. Unfortunately, I'm picking Smotherman. I think we both are.
Yeah, we both are picking Smotherman, of course. So, sorry, Ricky. You might get cut after this one. Who knows?
Dude, I'll say one more thing. If he wins, and he wins great, we'll be so excited. But even if he does win, it's not going to restore my confidence. He has to get 4 or 5 of these wins together.
Yeah, he needs it.
And he doesn't even have any. So, yeah. Cameron Smotherman. This next fight I'm excited for, dude. I'm excited for this fight.
Break it down, dog. You can break it down.
So we got both guys coming off of the recent season of Ultimate Fighter. On one end, we have, this is a heavyweight fight. What, you good? What's up?
Wait. We rephrase that. They came off what?
What did I say?
You said the Ultimate Fighter.
Sorry, the Contender Series. My bad.
Denzel Freeman didn't come off the Contender Series.
What's he from?
He just debuted.
Okay. Honestly, bro, there's so many fucking guys in this promotion. You expect me to fucking remember? Okay. You just got MMA. I got boxing too. Back the fuck off. You know what? Back off. Come on, man. Back off. Okay, come on. No, but yeah. So we got sorry. So just UFC former debutee Denzel Freeman coming in. Actually, he's got he's so it's funny. He actually has a submission win over Steven Asplund, fucking titty guy. So second round choke at LFA 2 years ago. So we got Denzel Freeman. He's 7-1. He just made his debut. He's taking on the Incredible Hulk, Josh Hokett. Now I gotta say something about Josh Hokett. I know that you don't like his shit, and yes, it's bullshit. But dude, let's be honest. We need some juice in this fucking division. You said it in the breakdown.
Yeah,
This division has 3 guys ascending right now: Mario Pinto, Walter Walker, and Fatboy Waldo. That's it. There's like 40 guys in this division, and only 3 are ascending. That's terrible. That's garbage.
That's heavyweight for you, dude. That's heavyweight.
No, I understand it's heavyweight, but dude, we've said this. We don't want it to stay like that. We want it to get better. We don't want it to stink.
I guarantee you, in like 3 years, heavyweight will at least be filled with 6 contenders. I'll say 6 contenders.
Do you mean within the top 15?
Yes, within the top 15.
Yeah, okay. When you say legit contenders, you mean former rising guys who are making a good name for themselves and elevating the division. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking hope so, bro. I fucking hope so, man.
But
I'm picking. Honestly, bro, I have no idea how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna pick Josh Hokett only because it's better. Hey, man, if Denzel Freeman wins this fight, good for him, bro. But I got Josh Hokett winning.
I'm definitely picking Josh Hokett to win as well. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan. Heavyweight needs him though, and Denzel Freeman in his debut, I think he fought Max Jimenez, who is a jiu-jitsu guy. And
he beat Merrick Buljo. I think Josh
Merrick Buljo. Who the fuck beat Max Jimenez? Where did I get that? Oh, Josh beat Max Jimenez. My bad. Sorry.
That's all good. That's all good.
But the fight with Denzel and Buljo, didn't really impress me. He just was making a lot of noise when he was punching, just like yeah.
Yeah, that's
to win the fight. He didn't impress me. I think Josh Hokett, even though he is they're the same size, that's right. But he is at a reach disadvantage. I think he's just gonna find a way and take this guy out within 2 rounds. I think he's just a bit too fast for a guy like Denzel. I don't think Denzel's fought someone as fast as him.
Well, it's also the fact that Denzel's gonna be bigger, and if you're bigger at that division, you're usually slower. So, yeah. So I'm missing Josh Hokett. So our next fight, were you picking him too?
Yeah, I got the Josh Hokett.
So our next fight, we head to the lightweight division. We have the shitty ape, the bum, the guy who's beaten a ton of my favorites. He's disgusting. He shows up to the UFC like he's working an accounting job. Dude, this guy looks like a fucking tech bro mixed with a Chad in a fucking dictionary. Is the great fucking shitty ape Alexander Bum Hernandez. Giuliano likes this guy. I don't know why he likes him because Giuliano might be the whitest Hispanic I ever met. This is the whitest Hispanic white guy I've ever met in Alexander Hernandez. This is fucking ridiculous. And he's taking on the myth, the man, the legend, the coin flip himself, Michael Johnson, veteran of a bunch of UFC fights. He trained with GSP, the Ultimate Fighter. That's got to account for something. I don't care if it was 100 years ago. This fight, who's the favorite? Obviously, duh. Alex Hernandez, he's not that big of a favorite. He's only minus 210. And we said this all the time about Michael Johnson. We gave him very little chance to beat Daniel Zellhuber. And yes, Daniel Zellhuber didn't do anything in the fight, but he still beat an up-and-coming prospect that everyone thinks is going to be champion of this division. And Michael Johnson beat the shit out of him. Now, the reason why we call him the coin flip is because some nights he looks like a world beater, and some nights he gets knocked out by Diego Ferreira's weak, broken hand. So that's why he's a coin flip. So if Michael Johnson, if the good side of the coin, by his nickname, the Menace, if the Menace shows up, Alex Hernandez is dead. If Michael Johnson shows up, the other side of the coin, it's going to be a boring 3-round decision win for Hernandez. I hope the Menace shows up on the good side of the coin because I'm picking Michael Johnson. You motherfucker, you picked Hernandez. Don't switch right now. Don't try to switch on these people. I'm telling them you picked Hernandez.
Yes. I picked Hernandez, okay?
And you're still picking him?
I've been going back and forth.
Fuck out of here.
Dude, this is one of the most confusing fights for me on the card. I don't know because it's Michael Johnson. He's the coin flip. You can't fucking predict anything with this dude. Yeah. And he's on a 3-fight win streak. So that's what worries me even more.
Bro, it's crazy because we were already calling him the coin flip before he fought Zellhuber. And he proved it 15-fold when he beat an upcoming prospect. Like, okay, he's definitely the coin flip forever now.
Zellhuber did fucking jack shit in that fight. I don't know what the hell Zellhuber was doing, but
that's true. But still,
but other than that, he beat who did he beat? Ottoman Azaitar, who's no longer in the UFC. Michael Johnson.
Wait, bro, what are you talking about? He has a fight with Dustin Poirier.
No, I'm talking. Yes,
he's a win over Dustin Poirier.
He has a fight in Dustin Poirier in which year?
Bro, he has wins over
which year?
2016.
It's 2026. We're talking about his last 3 fights. All right.
Bro, he's got to win over Mark Diakasi. Remember that guy, the hype train?
Oh my god. Okay, that bum went to PFL and couldn't win there.
Dude. Wait, what?
Mark Diakasi. He went to PFL, and I'm pretty sure he couldn't even win there.
He's where is he right now? Actually, I'm gonna look it up. He is currently he went to Bellator 2024, had a win, and then he got knocked out by Gaethje Rabadanov in the first round in 2025 in the PFL. So and dude, it's kind of crazy that Diakase's last fight was a win in the UFC against Caio Fernandes. But dude, it's crazy because this is exactly how he's a coin flip. I'm gonna go for a 4-fight score of here of Michael Johnson. Actually, a 5-fight. He beats Alan Patrick, who sucks. He loses to Jamie Malarkey, a split decision. Not very good. He beats Mark Diakasi, former hype job. He then gets knocked out by old Diego Ferreira. And then he beats Darius Flowers. And then he beats Alvin Izdatar. And he's on a 3-fight winning streak now. Now, this means, per the laws of the coin flip, he might be due for a loss soon.
Exactly.
I know. I'm just saying though.
But on the other hand,
what?
On the other hand, you look at Alexander Hernandez's last 4 wins. Who did he beat?
I'm not going to.
Austin Hubbard, Kurt Holloway, Chase Hooper, Diego Ferreira. They're not good wins, dude.
Sorry, we should put an asterisk on Chase Hooper. He's an enigma. He's an enigma. Yeah. He's both super green and super veteran, which is so weird in his career. So, and also, Chase said it. He has to stop gooning. So
he has to stop gooning.
He did say that, bro. We were there at the Garden. We were there at the Garden, and he said gooning. Bro, do you remember that?
I do.
He talked about gooning at the Garden. I was like, Jesus Christ, Chase.
Chase.
Oh my God. Yeah, bro, you can't convince me that. Listen to me. I will say this: Alexander Hernandez is a decent fighter, but this guy tried years ago to stand up to a legend in Cowboy Cerrone and got embarrassed. And I don't give a shit what Michael Johnson's record is. This man is a UFC legend, Isaiah. You cannot tell me otherwise. If you just you take out wins or losses. This guy's got a fucking battle-hardened war path resume. It's not as good as RDA's resume or Poirier's or Gaethje, but it's still fucking really good. Okay? Yeah. And, dude, let's look at Michael Johnson's UFC record. What's his UFC record? I want to look at this. not just pro record. His UFC record is, oh my god, it's actually fucking bad. It's 16. It's 16-15. So I thought it was better because Hernandez is 10-7, and I'm like, he's got to be
What's
better than
his
that.
record? I bet it's good. I bet it's good. Oh
It was
shit,
it's
16-15.
one loss away from 500. It's fucking terrible. But Alexander Hernandez, he's 10-7. He's not that much better. And I just got to be honest, man. First of all, that was robbery against Jim Miller. Absolute robbery, fraud. Fight was fixed.
Yeah.
But he got knocked out by Billy Q. He got knocked out by Renato Moicano, which was great. He lost to Bill Algeo. Bill Algeo stinks. Alex Hernandez lost to Damon Jackson right before, and now before Damon Jackson lost to Jim Miller. He stinks. I understand he's got 4 straight wins, but what if you take out Chase Hooper, Austin Hubbard, are not very good, and his family cries in the crowd. Kurt Hollabaugh, a solid guy, but kind of washed. And Diego Pereira, old and washed. And Michael Johnson is a little old and washed, but he's the coin flip. He can turn it on a dime if he needs to. I am still picking Michael the Menace Johnson. Coin flip Johnson is getting it done. Lock it in, God. First knockout, the 2025, Michael Johnson, $1,000. Not 1,000. Bro, if that happens, I'm going to say that. Michael Johnson getting this win, and he's advancing to 25-19, and he's fighting Khabib next time. I'm just kidding. And he has a fight against Khabib where he rocked Khabib. Let's not forget that. He wobbled him.
Bro, you just said he's gonna advance to 25-19.
I know. Shut up.
He's 25-18. You just said he's about to lose.
Huh?
He's 25-18 right now. You said he's gonna advance to 25-19.
Tapology has his record at 24-19 on Tapology.
What the fuck? Where'd I get 25-18?
Are you on Sherdog? What do you want? The UFC site?
I don't know. Oh well, it's over. It's too late now.
Bro, did you type it in wrong? Come on. You got the confidence. That is a disgrace. I'm kidding. All right. You're picking Hernandez, whatever. You're delusional like always.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that, dog. I didn't say that.
Are you picking the coin flip? Are you prepared to say it?
We're watching the embedded this week. He looks in shape, dude. He looks fucking ready, dude.
Listen, bro. I'm convincing you and also telling you not to pick him because he's Michael Johnson, the coin flip.
He's the coin flip. You can't fucking predict it, but I'm picking him. I'm pick flipping. I'm flipping the coin to the coin flip.
Let everybody know that Isaiah changed his pick from his breakdown and that I did that myself. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to, dude, this fight. One of the most exciting fights of the night in the flyweight division.
Alex Perez versus Charles fucking Johnson.
Exactly, dude. Former title challenger Alex Perez. What's his UFC rank right now? What's he ranked in the division?
11.
He's taking on Charles Johnson, who's ranked 13?
13,
14?
yeah.
13. So taking on Charles Johnson. And man, just a quick commentary on Charles Johnson that you sort of, Mr. Energy. When this guy first fought, I looked at his hair on the back. I looked at him and his nickname, and I go, I fucking hate this guy. I hate this guy. This is before I ever heard him speak or watched him fight. I go, I hate this guy. After 5 minutes, I go, you know what? I fucking like this guy. He's exciting. He comes to fight, and he might be one of the most just skilled fighters in that whole division. Maybe his overall skill level is so high. It's just like it's his measurables sometimes. It's he's gotten in trouble with his gas tank a little bit. He's had fights where he's not looked very good. He has a win over the current world champion, by the way. Let's not forget that. Not too far recently.
Not even just a win, a
finish. Well,
TKO.
Well, we should say that the fight was like 50-50 until the finish. It wasn't like he was beating Josh up badly.
Yeah.
It was the fact that Josh just couldn't deal with his distance. That was it. And he got caught on inside shots. This is definitely, as you mentioned in your breakdown, the biggest fight of Charles Johnson's career. This is, if you look at his resume, he's 18-7 in the UFC. Dude, he got the most unfair debut. He had to fight fucking Muhammad Mokaev in his debut.
Short
piece of shit. Well. My hope is dead, by the way. I hope he dies.
That was a short notice fight as well.
What?
That was short notice as well.
Yeah, short notice fight against Muhammad Akayev in July 2022. He then beats Zaglas.
Zalgas Zumagov.
Yeah, Zumagov because his fucking name. He then knocks out Jimmy Flick, who Jimmy Flick sucks. He then loses to Ode Osborne, which that's not good. Loses to Cody Durden, who's a solid guy, and then loses to Rafael Estevam, who I didn't even know he had that fight up until like a couple hours ago. He has a win over a very, very good fighter in Azat Maksum. Seemed to turn his career around really. And then beats Jake Hadley, who I mentioned, Jake Hadley, not Padley. Jake Hadley, in a good fight. Finishes the TKO, the current world champion, Joshua Van, has a win over Sumerdaji, and then arrives at his fight with Ramazan shooting the arm, drug cheat Tamirov. Now, if you watch that fight,
who popped?
But dude, you watched that fight. That was not a blowout win for Tamirov. That was a 2-1 close unanimous decision where, okay, you had 2 rounds pretty clear for Tamirov. You gave 1 round very clear for Charles Johnson. In that 3rd round, he won the 3rd round. If there was a 5-round fight, because you could tell Tamirov was gassing at the end of that fight, and Charles Johnson was fighting better. So, in my opinion, and also the fact, he's had 5-round fights in the LFA, so he's got experience going 5 rounds. I think Tamirov was gassing, and also the fact, yes, he lost to him, but he gave a great effort, and you really can't consider it a throwing off the rails type loss. Yeah, he lost, but it's MMA UFC, he's right back in it, and they throw him against a fucking prospect, a Loner Kavanaugh. He fucking kills him, knocks him out. So, and he now arrives here against a former world title challenger, Alex Perez, who I understand he lost to Asu Alabayev. But dude, I'm watching that fight up until Asu finished him, and I'm thinking Alex Perez is kicking his ass. He was winning. He was winning that fight. He was kicking Asu's ass. I understand Asu is a great fighter, and he is top 10 level, but his striking is not. His striking is pitiful. It's fucking terrible. It's bad. Because, Alex Perez is a good fighter. His striking is above average at best, and he beat the shit out of fucking Asmabayev. So this fight, I feel like Charles Johnson is almost tailor-made for him. If he can stay off the cage, use his distance, he's got unbelievable kicks. All right, he's got great body kicks. He throws good spinning shit to the body. He's, the only thing I'll say is I would like if he doesn't. The one thing he does I don't love is when he's got his wide stance, which is a good stance for him. He keeps his jab out here. I don't like that. He needs to pull it in sometimes to defend kicks and stuff. But I'm going with Charles Johnson winning 2nd round TKO.
Yeah, I'm picking Charles Johnson as well. Alex Perez, he did look good in Asu Alabayev fight.
He did.
But he ended up losing. He did get caught in a lot of. She did get caught with a lot of uppercuts and trying to engage in the clinch, trying to move into the pocket while trying to get Asu. And I think the one problem.
Yeah, and he's lucky those uppercuts from Asu stink, and they have no power or technique at all.
Hey, Kyle's in the chat.
Hey, welcome, bro.
Let's go.
First guy in 2020 kicked Kyle. We're fucking talking about it.
Fucking back, Kyle. Fucking back.
Get ready.
But anyway, Alex Perez, I think his biggest mistake in this fight is gonna.
Before you do, I want to say, Kyle, make sure you have a place to watch the fucking fight when we call you on Saturday. If you better be fucking watching it, cocksucker. We're gonna call you. Stay by your phone. Hey, stay by your phone. I might need you.
No need.
All right, back to the car. What were you saying?
I think Alex Perez's biggest mistake in this fight is gonna allow Charles Johnson out of the 1st round because you allow Charles Johnson to build into a fight. He's gonna fuck you up. You saw in that Loner Kavanaugh fight, Loner was messing him up that 1st round. Come the 2nd round, Charles Johnson fucking flipped the script.
Yeah,
flip the script and finish going.
You said the same thing in your breakdown that, Charles Johnson is one of those guys. He's so talented and so skilled that if you let him, as you mentioned, get into that state where he's flowing and he's present and he uses everything he has, he's a fucking, as you mentioned in the video, he's a fucking monster, dude. He's so good.
Fucked.
He gets going. And if you watch the Josh Van fight, Josh kicked his ass in the first round. Josh almost knocked him down like several times in the first round with big shots. But once Charles got going, he survived enough. He got going. He found a way to win the fight. This is the thing where I think Alex Perez is going to try. I know he is coming off a submission loss, but I think he's going to try to submit Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson's got pretty good sub defense. You know what I mean? He's got pretty good sub defense, so he's not a slouch on the ground either. So, now, as you mentioned, if Charles Johnson gets beaten in the first round or he's not right and doesn't bring his A game, Alex Perez is going to win. But otherwise, I'm picking Charles Johnson to win this fight.
Yeah, I'm picking Charles Johnson to win this fight, probably by TKO, second, third round.
And this division needs him because, bro, think about one day. If he can beat Alex Perez and keep going, a rematch between him and Josh Van for the title would be a pretty big deal because they can build it. They can build that. You got history.
They can build.
You know,
the champions won the UFC loss.
Yeah. And, bro, Charles Johnson is not bad in the mic either. So
no, he's not.
This next fight, I have negative 10 shits about this fight. Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukkake. I said it. What?
What?
What'd you say?
I said shit.
Oh, Bukkake?
No.
What'd you say?
I said casual.
How am I casual?
I don't give a shit about this fight. No, I'm just playing with you.
Bro, when have I ever heard you say, I love watching Nikita Krylov fight?
Yeah,
I've never heard you once
dude
say
gets
that.
fucking starched out in like fucking 2 minutes. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah, his opponent.
Yeah, dude.
That's a fucking difference. Yeah, you love watching him get knocked out. That's not him winning. It's not him performing. It's him shit in the bed.
So I remember when this dude fought Dom Reyes at 314, and all week, you're like, bro, it's not going to be exciting. It's going to be boring. I'm like, dude, it's going to be an amazing fight. And then Nikita gets starched out in fucking 2 minutes, and it was awesome.
Yeah, you know
and
why
I
it was
exciting? I told you.
Yeah, you know why? Because Nikita Krylov came out and tried to strike with Dom the Terminator Reyes, and he got fucking murdered. He's not going to do that.
He ain't got a chin. Nikita ain't got a chin. There's nothing else to say here. Modestas is going to KO Nikita Krylov.
Dude, you are completely right. If they stand, you're right. Fucking Bukkake will knock him out. But I don't think Nikita Krylov wants to get knocked out again. I don't think he wants to lose again. I think he's going to shoot for the legs, try to control him. If Bukkake can throw him off, he's going to win. But I don't fucking know. Nikita Krylov's not he's pretty decent on the ground. I mean, he's boring. And listen to me. I got all respect for him as a fighter. He's the minor. But, dude, no offense to minors. They're, no offense to them. They're ugly, they're slow, and they're boring. Sorry, guys. I'm not you, Kyle. You're a welder. You're a stud, Kyle. That's the difference. Welders aren't minors. Those are studs.
Nah, but I think Modestas Bukkake comes into this fight, and
for some reason he's only minus 150. He's a very slight favorite, Bukkake. I don't know why.
I don't even want to talk about odds. So.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna get to that in 2 fucking fights. Oh, you better wait, Kyle. Kyle. If you haven't seen a video, go watch the video. Davison Figueiredo is massively disrespected. Go watch that real quick and then come back to our live. You should have time to watch it real quick. Because I go into that shit and I'm going in again. Fucking Vegas stinks. We already knew that, but okay. Yeah. Obviously, we're both picking Bukkake.
Bukkake by KO.
Bukkake by Bukkake.
You're gonna bust all over Nikita's.
Okay. All right. That's enough of that. All right, moving on to a fight that's not gonna last long itself. It is Mr. Andre Puliev, 10-3, taking on our number 3 UFC prospect Ateba Gaethje.
Yes, sir.
Holy shit, dude! This is gonna be a fight. And here's what I'll say, dude. This is a fight where Ateba's not gonna be massively. I mean, he's going to be obviously wider and bigger, but Puliev's the same height. They're both 6'4". Now, I feel like that height of Puliev might be a little exaggerated. I think he might be a little shorter than that. But Ateba's still going to have 3 inches pretty much in reach, so that is going to help. But this is going to be a fight where if Puliev tries to come at him, Ateba's going to knock him out in 45 seconds.
Yeah.
We'll see. I do agree with you that I think it could maybe go into round two if Pulev is careful. We don't know what Ateb is like on the ground. If Pulev can get him there, who knows? But Ateb is so big and strong, and he's so big on the shoulders, but he's strong in the base too. He's very strong in the base. And now dude, bro, which fight of his was it his last fight? Who's the time his last fight?
Tristan Vines.
Was that the fight where he was like taking him down and he went like that and he knocked him out? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, and he basically threw him to the ground.
He hit him at like the side of the head and Vines just collapsed like a corpse.
Yeah.
This guy's power is insane. Yeah, he's gonna win this fight. If Pulev wins, then this is the biggest upset of the year.
I mean, like I said in my breakdown, this is kind of a sacrificial lamb going to slaughter.
I'm gonna get water real quick. Go ahead.
I do agree. I do think if Pulev somehow can survive this first round and make it past the half point in the second round, we might see him have more of a chance. But overall, I mean, Ateba Gaethje, dude, he's a monster. He's a problem. He's mini Francis Ngannou. He's got patience. He's got calmness. He's got power. He's got nasty striking, and honestly, I think he's got some pretty solid takedown defense. We haven't seen it too much, but I don't know, dude. I don't see a world where Pulev has any success unless he makes this fucking drag this into the later rounds.
Yeah, it's a fact, dude. Like the only time, and I gotta say, man, Ozzy Diaz, he might be a coward, but he's a smart coward. He did not want to, dude. He pulled everyone. Oh, I was sick, dude. Come on, just admit it. You were scared to die. It's okay. You let poor Tristan Vines die. Good for you, Ozzy Diaz. You're a coward, but he's a smart coward because he didn't want to die.
Yeah.
All right. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we look at Pulev. He is tall. He is going to be, a little rangy. He's 1-1 in the UFC. I mean, he got beat convincingly by CLD, and CLD is a really good, solid middleweight. He then beat the crap out of Nick Klein, who's meh. So I don't think I think a win over Nick Klein is good, but I think Ateba destroys Nick Klein in the first round.
Take this over. I'll be right back.
Yeah. And so I think, we both come to the conclusion that Ateba Gaethje is just too big, too strong. And it's just the fact is like, if his mind is right and he's calm and focused and present in the moment, I just don't see this guy losing, to anybody at this level. I'm sure once he gets to if he fights a guy like CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan, by the way, he fights a guy like him who is experienced, has been finished, but has finished guys of good level. If he gets to that level, he's fighting CLD, RoboCop, Bruno Ferreira, those type of guys. We'll really see that's when we'll get a good gauge about his ability to go to the top 10. But we're a long time from that. He's young. It's okay to give him these kind of fights. Like, I'm sure this guy's going, hey, man, why isn't he progressing? He could fight for a title soon. No. He's not 28. He's 23. He's young. Let's build him up. Let's get him to become a Francis at middleweight. Let's build up his legend by knocking out these guys who aren't bums, but they're not very good themselves. Let's slowly build them up, and then in 2 or 3 years, we can get him to a title shot. But I've heard people this week say, oh, we should rush him. Why? Why? Because Dana likes to rush? If I'm a Ateba Gaethje's team, I take this fight, and then I wait 7 months. Or, maybe not 7 months, but 4 or 5 months. He's going to fight probably 3 or 4 times this year. But he shouldn't fight, he should fight 3 times. Not 4 times, not 5. Fight 3 times, beat these guys, get more experience, start sparring with super high-level guys and getting better. Let's not rush it. But right now, he's going to win this fight by destruction. That's death! That's death! That's death!
That's death!
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ateba wins by brutal mortar.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
All right, guys. Bye.
To the one of the most
Go ahead.
disrespectful odds I have seen in a long, long time. Yes, I do think Umar wins this fight. Yes,
This is
I
there's
think
a
he
big
has
right up
more
for Umar
success than you think he
Nurmagomedov, by the way,
does.
guys.
Do I think Umar deserves to be minus 1400?
No, he's minus 1600.
No, he's down to minus 14.
What's Davidson at now?
It's only plus 800, so it's no better.
No, so it's the same.
But
What do you mean?
in what world has Umar proven himself to be a minus
On
1400?
Tapology, Umar's still minus 1600.
Yeah, well, we don't trust Tapology too much no more. So.
That's it. They tried to rob Morales with undefeated record.
Exactly.
So, I have like several open, including that one. So I just
But like,
but go ahead.
what has Umar done to prove he over a former champion that he's minus 1400, minus 1600? I mean, let's think. He beat Corey Sandhagen by
Barely,
50-45
barely.
decision because it was in Saudi Arabia.
That fight
He
was, dude.
knocked out
You
an
know this.
old
That
washed
fight was
Harney
3-2.
Vasalos.
Everybody knows it, dude.
He took Marab to hell for the first 2 rounds and then immediately gassed.
Okay, let's stop being. Come on. Stop joking around. To hell. Come on.
Hey,
Hell. Don't say no. Don't fucking say hell. He pushed him a little bit. He forced him to fight.
Listen. He took Marab to the brink in the first 2 rounds and then gassed.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. The brink?
Nah. I'm going to keep what I said. He took him to the brink in the first 2 rounds and then gassed.
No. Piotr Jan took Marab to the brink because he was fucking dead because of all the weight cuts. Dude, what did Marab do after fighting Umar? What did Umar do?
Did you listen to what I fucking said, boy? I said he took him for the first 2 rounds and then gassed. And then gassed.
But here's the thing. You cannot take a fighter to the brink and that fighter be totally fine for 3 more rounds.
Yes, you can. If that fighter's Marab.
Okay. I will concede that he pushed Marab harder than anybody's ever pushed Marab.
Jan did not take Marab to the brink. Jan beat the shit out of Marab. All right, there is a difference.
Dude, I just don't like the word brink or hell. It wasn't that fucking bad. He clearly won the first 2 rounds. I'll admit that. But let's not say brink or fucking hell in that fight. Did you watch the next 3 rounds? I was next to you, cocksucker.
That's why I said he gassed.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I know you're on my side, but I hate Umar so much.
Okay. I don't even know what I was saying anymore.
You guys just witnessed me self-venting and then yelling at Isaiah, even though he's on my side. But, yeah. You were talking about him pushing Marab, and then he, then he gassed because his gas tank.
I don't even know where I was going anymore.
Was it the gas tank idea, or wasn't it?
I don't know. You took me off my train of thought.
Sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You got me fired up. You said that Rob went to hell. Come on, dude. You can't say hell.
Now you're going to take over because I don't know what the hell I was talking about.
Okay, well, if you remember, let me know. All I'm going to say is let's not use the word hell. Okay, guys? Come on. Rob's he's going to be back. He'll destroy Young. Let's not get too carried away here. No, but, the biggest thing about this fight that I mentioned in my video, go check it out, guys. Davison Figueiredo is a former flyweight king. His nickname is Deuce Segura. He's the god of war. He's the fucking red stripe of fucking Kratos in his fucking hair. Okay? He's had 7 world title fights, 6 technically, but I consider his first fight against Joseph Benavidez, Lion King, by the way, because he's got his little son Simba now. I consider it 7 world title fights. He was 4-2-1 in 7 world title fights. So he had 7 world title fights with a winning record. Yes, I know it was against only 3 guys technically. That being Joseph Benavidez, Alex Perez, and Brandon Moreno 4 times. But I don't care. 2 of those guys are world champion level guys. I know Benavidez never won a world title, but he is that level. He fought for it so many times. You cannot sit here and say that, like, Davison Figueiredo at that time, going into his second fight with Brandon Moreno, was not one of the best fighters in the world. He was one of the most feared, one of the most respected, and as I mentioned in the video, he might have been ranked in the top 5 pound for pound. He probably was top 10 at the time. I don't remember, but this guy was a dominant world champion and one of the best in the world. I understand he was in his prime then. I understand he's not now. The only thing I've said in the video, and I'll stay here again, a former world champion who was not a paper champion where he wins a title and then loses it right off because he's not really worthy. It has nothing to do with that. This guy, it was a bona fide badass world champion pound for pound fighter for most of his time, and he's a 2-time champion, bro. You know how hard it is to get to recapture a title you lost to the same guy. It's almost impossible sometimes. And yes, he had to go to Henry Cejudo and learn all of Brandon's secrets, which isn't very honorable, but that's a different subject for a different time. He's a 2-time flyweight world champion, and all I've said this, you said this, you said the point better than me in your breakdown as well. We're not saying that Davison's going to win. Obviously, we love him to win. We love him to kill Umar. And
he got a puncher's chance.
100% does, because of his power.
He still is nasty. His jiu-jitsu is nasty on the ground.
It's very good. It's very, very good. Yeah. He had Jan in some really tough scrambles. Really tough scrambles. He tried to scramble against Corey, and then Corey, decided to claim an injury as TKO. Which, as much as I do love and respect Corey, it didn't sit with me that he was claiming an injury. It's like, come on, dude, he fucking got hurt. Yes, it was a submission. I get it, but it's the fact, dude, that and one thing about Figgy's power is, I'll say this: he hasn't really carried his old power to bantamweight. It seems that he's lost, but he's still powerful. Yeah, he's not knocking out guys anymore, but he's still fucking hurting guys. He's still got some fucking leather in those fists.
He dropped Cheeto.
Yeah, exactly. And Cheeto's not fucking easy to drop. He's never been dropped, correct? Outside of that,
no.
And Figgy did it. Now, yeah, and it's like, as we mentioned, all right, we're not saying that we're not saying, oh, Figgy, he should be the favorite. No, we understand we understand he was going to be the underdog. We all know this, but it's the lack of disrespect for a guy who at one point was a pound for pound world champion to be plus 800. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? It's one thing if he was plus 400 or plus 450 or even plus 500. I would understand it. I'd be mad. We talk about it. We mention it here on the Fighters Lounge, but I wouldn't go fucking bananas over it because, it's Umar, the last name. And also the fact, if Umar had looked way better in his last fight, I'd still be pissed about this, but I wouldn't have as much umbrage. He looked god awful against a fringe level ranked guy in Mario Batista, who dropped him and won a round that he dropped him in, and if had better skills and a better gas tank himself, would have beaten Umar. Because, dude, it was 1-1 going into that third round. It was 1-1. And unfortunately for Mario, his gas tank failed right before Umar's did. And also the fact, one thing you mentioned in your breakdown is, yeah, Figgy's old, but dude, he can still go rounds. Yes, in the first, really, this fight is going to be if Figueiredo can still have some gas after being taken down a bunch for 2 rounds, he's going to win this fight. Now, is that going to happen? Probably not. But the whole thing that me and you have both said, it's the lack of disrespect, and you said it. This is a fucking disgrace. This is a fucking disgrace to have a guy who's 0-1 in a world title fight, which I will concede to you, he took Merab to a place that Merab's never been for 2 rounds and was on the fringe of beating him if he won the 3rd round. He didn't. I'm not saying he quit because Merab beat him back. But what was Umar's answer? Nothing. Just kind of, I'm sorry. Bro, you mentioned, he knocked out Barcelos. He was like, I won. He's always gassed. And it's okay if he's knocking everybody out. But he's not. He's looked, okay, yeah. Yes, he beat Corey. It was 3-2. He won the fight, right? He fights Merab, loses 3-2. He fights Batista, barely wins.
Gets dropped.
Yes, What?
Gets dropped.
Gets dropped.
Gets
Gets
dropped
dropped.
by Bezkat Almakan.
He did get dropped by Vesco Almacan. He did. And also, I said this to you after that fight. I said if Besson Almacan, if you were to add 5 years of experience to him, like before that fight, I felt like he finishes Umar in that fight. If he's more progressed as he will be. Like in my opinion, I think we'll look back on Bezkot's fight with Umar as a big nexus point in Bezkot's career. We're thinking, bro, he was that good that early. You know what I mean? I know he lost to Alexandre, but that shows you how good Alexandre's going to be. You know what I mean? How, we both said this. I think both of those guys are going to fight for a title, and you know what they're going to do in between when Bezkat Almacan and Andre Poirier have their great trilogy of title fights. They're going to have easy wins, knocking out Umar, and it's going to be great.
It'll be great.
It's going to be great because Umar, okay, he's going to be Figgy. Yes, we know this. He's probably going to win. I'm not going to wood, obviously, that Figgy wins and can do it. It'd be great, right? But, yeah, sorry, bro. You're getting tired. My bad. I'm just rambling.
My eye.
No, okay. I was like, hey, bro, that's it out right now, guys. Like, I gotta go over.
There's about 5 fights, guys.
I know. I'm making sure you stick with me, okay? Yeah, I did a little violent. I get fired up. I told you, bro. I'm doing some off stream, bro. I'm my cousin in your fucking care badge. Cocaine ain't cheap. Hell of a drug. Cocaine ain't cheap. I said this about Umar, dude. He is talented. He's got good. He's very well rounded. He's very good. I hate the arrogance. I hate the dick sucking by everybody because I said this in my video. If his name was Umar Jones, one, he'd be a wife beater. Two, nobody would like him. Nobody would care. It's because of his last name. Yes, if he was Umar Zamulagalov, who trained under Abdul Manaf, yes, he'd be as still somewhat renowned, but he wouldn't be as revered. It's the last name. I understand. I have the biggest respect for Abdul Manaf. He was a legendary coach, but you mentioned in your video and I mentioned in mine, this guy is not Islam and he's not Khabib. He's not. If he was, you and I both know he would have defeated Merab. He would have found a way to win a third round. He couldn't do it. I don't care how good Merab was that night. If this guy was supposed to be as good as Khabib and Islam, we've seen them rally. Both guys. All right? I mean, some to the point because, Khabib, I mean, he somewhat rallied against Conor. If you ask Dom Cruz, Conor was winning easily, but, it's Dom Cruz. And then we saw Islam rally against Volk, who was the best of the best at that point. We have not seen Umar rally that much. We've seen him scrape by. He scraped by, well, not scrape by, but he scraped by against Yamar Batista. In my opinion, he's going to scrape by Figgy. He's going to win. He'll win 2-1. He'll probably get dropped, maybe almost finished. But, he'll get to the corner, people will yell at him. He'll get all fucking angry, and then he'll get he'll get a takedown in round 3, and then he'll win a boring fight. I guarantee that's going to happen. But once again, I'll finish by saying this. The disrespect that the God of War himself has been getting is abysmal and disgraceful. I rest my case. Figueredo by third round TKO. That's my bet, by the way. That's my bet.
I fucking wish, bro. I
$30
fucking wish.
I know.
No, I Umar definitely is probably gonna win. Unfortunately.
You can pick him, bro, but I'm letting you know, I'm never picking him ever his entire career. I don't care if he's fighting fucking Liam the Padawan from fucking episode 2. I'm not picking him.
Don't worry. We all know how this is gonna go. He's gonna beat Figgy, then he's gonna fight Piotr Jan. Huh? And then Piotr Jan's gonna beat the fucking shit out of him.
Dude, I said this in my video, and you mentioned in yours. If you look how good, if Piotr Jan can stay at this level where he's at and get better, man, you thought that the Merab looked bad against Jan? This guy would get obliterated. And so would Figgy to a degree if he fought this Jan. Figgy to some degree did fight this Jan. Not this good, but he fought this Jan. And he lost, but he went the distance. Umar would get in a 5-round fight. You cannot tell me Umar survives that 5-round fight with Piotr Jan today. He fucking dies in there.
No way. No.
And I would love it. And Khabib and them will be shunned that a fellow Russian did this. He's from the fucking side. He's not fucking dog. He's fucking Siberian. Umar sucks. Let's move the fuck on.
And I'm picking
I read like a fucking computer.
Umar to win, and you refuse to pick Umar, so it's completely fair. So let's move on.
Listen, I'm not saying that he's probably not going to win. He is probably going to win. I'm just saying I'm never going to pick him because I don't like him. He's too like. Let's say he does lose this fight. I'm knock on wood, right? I'm knock on wood that he comes out and wins this fight.
Yeah.
Figueroa does. If Umar comes in the mic and like perspective, but dude, if this is like a decision win for Figgy, you know that Umar's going to be like, huh? I thought they won. Bro, he said he thought he beat fucking Rob. He's fucking delusional. You know why? Because listen to me, I have all respect for every culture, everything. But the way that people worship him, it's so easy to get caught up in that. Now, Islam, he's got the skill to back it up. Maybe John Pork someday, someday John Pork might do that. He's got the potential at least. But the thing of Umar is he is skilled, but he's so built up as this destroyer. We saw him get beat by a machine. He's not invincible, dude. Bro, what I said to you, Volk smashed the door in, Rob kicked it down, and Islam put it back up. But just for Islam, though. Not for doggies. All right, let's move on before I get fucking destroyed. I'm going to punch a hole in my wall.
Let's get into the fucking autism fight of the fucking night, baby.
Autism?
They both have autism, yeah. They're both on opposite sides of the spectrum. You didn't know that?
What side is Arnold Allen on? Fucking weird Brit?
Bro, he's fucking autistic as shit, dude. He's fucking autistic. He's fucking hilarious. I love Arnold Allen, dude.
Bro, dude. Yeah. So obviously, this is John Silver versus Arnold Allen. Bro, I got a quick commentary to speak about Arnold Allen. He's one of those guys where like it's not that he's a dark horse, but he's the forgotten like stud in this division. He is skilled. He gave a great fight against Max. He's had bro, he's got a good fucking resume, and it's so undervalued. Like, dude, let's be honest. He beat Gilbert Melendez, dude. All right, he beat former world champion Gilbert Melendez. That's not, I know he was old, but that's still a good win for him. He fights Nick Lentz, but then he has wins over Sadiq Youssef, the Hangman. He has Calvin Kattar. All of them are maybe not Sadiq, but the other two are certainly top 10 level guys, 100%. He has two close fights with Max and Mosvar. We're kind of close.
Yeah.
Mosvar, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Honestly, dude, I don't know if he ever fights again. Which honestly, dude,
he probably fights Alone Murphy next.
Well, that's if he actually makes it there. Big if, dude. And his last one was against Gaethje. He's a solid guy. He's proven that he can't beat the best of the best. He's proven that he can't beat guys who are top 5. It's Max and Mosvar. He can't beat those guys. Now, he can give a great account of himself. And this fight is far more because, as I mentioned before, we know what Arnold Allen is. We know he's a solid top 10 guy. He's rugged and tough. He's got a pretty good chin. He's very well-rounded all around the area. This fight is more about John Silva and what he could ascend to and his ability. This is very little to do, because we know what Arnold Allen is. We've seen him against world champions. We've seen him in that. We know his level. We don't know John Silva's level. His one step up is Diego Lopez, who I know he's not world champion. He has a chance to be next week, but he's a world level guy, world champion level guy. And John Silva lost to him and was reckless. And you mentioned in your breakdown, we're going to see if he refines some stuff, how he looks. This fight is all about John Silva. And going off that point, I'm going to pick Arnold Allen because I don't know. Listen to me. Do I want John Silva to win? Yeah,
I'm shocked.
He's a dog. It's just there were some things I watched in that Diego Lopez fight where I'm not saying Arnold Allen's at that level, because personally, I think if Arnold Allen and Diego fought, I feel like Diego would win. He wouldn't finish Arnold Allen, though. Maybe in a 5-round fight, he would finish him. but not in a 3-round fight. Arnold Allen's, as you mentioned in your breakdown, he's tough as shit. He's tough. All right, yeah, you got dropped by Max, but but that was in the fucking the fucking points of the fucking middle shit, which Max is. It's a warfare tactic, not a psychological warfare tactic, which works. It's just there's stuff now. If John Silva has refined all this stuff, if he's cleaned up his mistakes, if he comes in like he did against Bryce Mitchell, which was very patient, very accurate, defensively capable, he was none of those things against Diego. He was very, very, he was very arrogant. And also his hair. Does he still have the same hair?
No, he's shaved. He's got about.
Thank God, because that was terrible. I saw that and I'm like, bro, I kind of hope he. I said it to you when we were watching. I'm like, I hope he loses now. It's terrible. It's god awful. Does Arnold Allen have the mullet still, or did he shave that?
Yeah, he still got that mullet.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'm sticking with my pick. I'm sticking with my pick.
Brought his cat.
Long hair guys got to sit together. What?
He brought his cat. Arnold Allen brought his cat, dude.
Bro, you're right. This guy's autistic as shit.
Bro, he said if you're fighting a dog, you gotta bring a cat. And dude, at the press conference, I saw a clip. John Silva likes to go bark and shit. Fucking Arnold Allen said, "Bark if you're gay. Bark if you're gay."
Bro, dude, he's so funny because he's honestly like. Because he's been training with Faraz, and he's kind of getting that sort of that cancer hobby kind of arrogance where it's like, dude, I'm better than you, fuck off. Because when he was coming up, he was very humble, and now he's like, yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass now, which is more marketable, which is good. This fight is gonna be good. I think. Listen to me, I'm not saying John Silva is gonna lose.
I think this is gonna be fight of the night. This has fight of the night written all over it for me.
That's why it's on this card, because both guys have been in fight of the nights. We know both guys can bring the fire.
I really want Arnold Allen to win. The only thing he hasn't fought.
I thought you wanted John Silva to win.
No, I want Arnold Allen. I'm more of a fan of Arnold Allen. But he hasn't fought in a year and 5 months, which that worried me a bit. Because John Silva's been more active.
All last year, did he?
What?
Right? He had no fights last year, correct?
No, he only fought once in 2024.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. He skipped the whole year.
Wait, no. Yeah, wait, no, he didn't have any fights in 2025. That's right. Fuck.
Yeah, because he fought Giga what? September of 2024?
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
so injuries and all that shit has plagued him.
And, as you mentioned, bro, there's nothing that can control injuries. That shit sucks. It happens to everybody. It destroyed light heavyweight when it came to Yuri and fucking John Mahal. It destroyed that division where Alex was easy to take it over. But it's still part of the game. You have to deal with it. So we'll see.
So I want to choose Arnold Allen. He is a durable guy. He's very well rounded. We see him take pretty good shots. It's just John Silva's power seems to be a bit different. I don't know what it is about when he connects. It just
it's unique.
It's very unique.
It's very unique because it doesn't always blow you out of the water, but it always finds a way to either stun you or keep you off balance, whether it's on the top of the head or not. Yeah, it's very, very unique power. It's almost like he puts his whole body and not his arm. It's almost like he throws his body at you and then his arm just kind of flails in there with some technique, but it's a very unique way to punch. I do like his kicks though. Kicks are very good.
So I really want to pick Arnold Allen to win, but
go ahead, bro.
I think John Silva's gonna.
He's a minus 300 favorite.
I think Arnold Allen needs to have the perfect night to win, just because of.
This is a fight for Arnold Allen that
shots.
Yeah, I mentioned at the beginning of this breakdown that we know what Arnold Allen is, but in terms of stakes, I think he has he actually has. He has less to lose but more to gain, because if John Silva does lose, he loses to a top 10 guy who has proven himself, which means that John Silva is still a top 10 guy. He just, he needs to get back in there and get even better.
Yeah.
But in terms of Arnold Allen, he's been at the brink. of getting the title contention. And this is a fight. Yeah, he's gonna have to win one more, obviously, to to get a title shot. But if he gets the right guy, like if for some reason, obviously this guy who I'm about to mention, who you despise and I hate, and you probably know where I'm going with this. If the UFC forced Yair Rodriguez to fight him, he'd lose. We all know that. All now would be him. Obviously, Yair would never take it. He's a fucking coward and a pussy.
Yeah.
And the UFC just wants him. Let's be honest, bro. You know as well as I. If Diego wins next week, it's Guadalajara world title. You know it.
Don't even start. I'm gonna make a whole new video next week about it. I have a whole fucking rant scheduled for this shit.
Is it gonna be a savage rant?
It might be. Okay.
Yeah. Just make sure you just make sure you put number 6 because it's we got a series going. But yeah, dude. I'll say this, bro. This fight's gonna be fight of the night. It should be, and
it will be.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be a great fight. And the only thing that worries me is John Silva. One last thing, he was posing, taking the pictures with the UFC gear. He was posing with the UFC belt. The dude was crying because he's so motivated to get that belt.
Okay, but dude, let's be honest. We know the Brazilians cry. We know.
Oh
this.
yeah, that's true.
They cry. They cry.
They cry.
But there's a difference between Figueiredo crying. Remember in Arizona when he made weight for Figueiredo too? Remember he was crying because he was so relieved and so in pain that he made it. There's a difference between that.
Yeah.
He's
Dude, he almost fucking died.
Yeah, he's crying because he's glad he's alive. John Silva's, but also we have seen guys like John Silva who overcome with emotion because, and the one thing I'll say about Brazilians, they are motivated, but it's emotional. It's emotional motivation. Whereas, when it's Brits or Americans or other guys, it's very non-emotional motivation. And we see that sometimes it backfires, sometimes it works for them in their favor. So we'll see. We are split on this one, but we both agree, me and you, this is going to be a hell of a fight. Yeah. Hell of a war. Let's move on to, we got Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas. Silva is a replacement for Alexa Grasso. And I got to say, I think
How old was she, Pat? How old was she?
How old was she, Pat? How old was she, Pat?
Oh, fuck.
Little detour.
Yeah, I had to do it.
How old were they, Pavel? How old were they, Pavel?
How old were they, Pavel?
I swear to God, if Rose wins, I'm going to be saying that. I'm going to go, first of all, how old was she, Pat? How old was she, Pavel? How old was she, Pat?
There's non fucking stuff.
Think about the press conference. What if Strickland shows up and he goes, hey, question for Pavel and fucking Matt Mary? When the fuck? I still hate Sean, but,
Yeah.
He's funny. Yeah, dude, we got Rose Namajunas, former champ versus Natalia Silva. So quickly before I pass to you, bro, I want to go over something that you mentioned in your breakdown. That, just on her talent, on what she's gained, on her motivation, on the story that could be built based off of her already wins. You mentioned this. Rose Namajunas had the potential and kind of still does to be the greatest woman of all time. It's in her. She has it. But for some reason, because of Pat Barry, because of other things, because of, difference of coaches, because
I'll tell you what.
Fights in her career. Right. Just to finish one quick. I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Good. Just don't lose the thought. I'm almost done. Okay. I just feel like Rose is almost that like tragic story of like what happens when you don't really take your career seriously or you don't have the right people around you always. Like, Christy Martin had that asshole husband that like almost killed her. Like, I'm not saying Pat Barry's trying to murder Rose Namajunas, but like, there was clearly grooming, all this stuff involved. Everybody knows the story. And it's just like, man, Rose could have been so great. And she still can be great. And she still can. And the thing is, right now, she still has a chance to really revive her whole career. But the reason why I'm hesitant to do that with her is that there's been, especially since her fights with Joanna, it's time and time again of her either having a great moment and then going right back down. Having a great moment, going right back down. And it's just so inconsistent that it's so hard to put the faith in her as an all-time great, as being someone who could be that kid. She's very popular. She's one of the, still one of the most popular women fighters in the world. But it's just like, when is she going to fulfill her potential to the fullest? She might never. All right, dude, go ahead.
Rose Namajunas had all. She has the perfect posture, perfect like frame, where she
Bro.
could have been the John Jones of
Yeah,
strawweight.
that's what it was. I was trying to remember what you said, but yeah, exactly. I
And
completely
then
agree.
little Fat Barry came in. Little Pat
When she
Barry
was when she was fucking 12.
when she was fucking 12 years old. It's like, oh, you
How
looking
old was she,
good.
Pat?
How
She was
old was she?
good.
And she won the title, and then she lost the title
She
off of
is
a
a
fluke.
bastard.
She lost the
Sorry, I had to
title
go
off
there.
of a fluke to Jessica Andrade, where she got slammed on her head.
It was a fluke, yeah,
Then
100%.
she regained the belt, defended the belt.
One of the greatest moments of all time. One of the greatest moments, bro. We were watching that with fucking Steve stoned out of his mind. We're watching that, and we go crazy. Right after we saw a leg be broken, right after we saw a domination win by Valentina, and then we watched what?
And then in her second defense, she faced Carla Esparza. And then good old
Oh,
Fat
yeah.
Barry says, "You're doing good. They're booing. You're doing good, Rose. Keep doing what you're doing."
Dude, that fight, I remember we were sitting at B-Dubs. Who were we with? Do you
All of
remember?
us fell asleep.
No,
All of
but
us were falling asleep. It
what
was
was the
that
group? Do
bad.
you remember? It was me, you,
Gaethje,
Giuliano.
Gaethje versus Oliveira. It was that card.
What?
It was the Gaethje versus Oliveira card.
Yeah, so that was so it was me,
It was the
you,
first card
um,
when you came back from Italy.
it was. Yeah, and I came up and oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's the famous night where Kyle goes, Jake, they went to beat ups. Come on. Bro, Kyle, you still here? Where's Kyle? Kyle's still here, right?
I think. I don't know.
I do.
Yeah, he hasn't chatted
No,
in a
if you're still here, Kyle. Kyle, do you remember when I came up from Italy? We're sitting in his apartment dorm, and you were
Hold
trying
on.
to explain to me, I'm like, dude, these guys went to beat ups to watch the fucking fights. Jake, please tell me I'm not crazy. And then just going off on this story. Like, we're in this court. It was one of the greatest moments we've ever had with the boys. And I'll never forget it. And I remember when Shaler knocked out your boy Tony, that's when I was like, like this, like that. You didn't see it. Like,
Oh,
what? Oh, come on. Dude,
He's
he's a
still here.
fucking front
He's
kick.
still here. Kyle's still
What?
here.
He is? Good. Good. All right, good.
Where
But yeah, what do you say? Is he saying anything?
No, I'm looking for this video.
Which one? The one of Kyle?
I thought I had it. Where is it?
Which one? The one of Kyle? I'm with the reaction to the fights.
The one of Kyle fucking going crazy about the fights.
I got it. Yeah, it's in my phone somewhere. I got it. It's all right.
I thought I had it. Never mind.
Nah, it's all right. I'll send it to you later. Don't worry, I'll send it to you later.
Yeah.
Bro, Giuliano's got so many. Bro, Giuliano has so many fucking videos of us. It's fucking crazy.
I know.
He's got the vault, dude. But no, like back to what I said. Like, this is so like as you mentioned, we were sitting there watching that fight, and I remember looking at you at one point and be like, dude, it's happening again, but it's different because the Jessica Andrade thing was like a fluke, but she didn't recover from it for a while. And then I remember looking at you, and I remember saying something like, I forgot what I said, but I said something to you. I'm like, dude, she's gonna fall off again, and maybe forever, because we thought this was gonna be the start of her new reign. Yeah, she struggled in the second fight against Whaley, but she came through and she won. As I mentioned in my Whaley video, before 322, that like it was close, but Rose did scrape by. But like we thought, okay, like what? What did he say?
Kyle said, "I'm listening to this bitch complain about her period while trying to listen to you guys."
We love you, Calvaret, bro. We love you, man.
Oh fuck, that's too good.
This
That's too fucking good.
No, Cal, bro, we need you back, bro. Move back. We need you. We need you back. I need you on that wall. Because you need me on that wall. You want me on that wall. All right. He's me. Is that Manny? Yeah, dude. It's just like I remember sitting there watching that fight, and I said to you, I'm like, dude, she's gonna fall off again, and she might never get back up. And guess what? 3 years later, Rose is somewhat back, close to the top. But I said this earlier to you, and I said this what?
In a brand new division.
Yeah. which she's been in for what 3 or 4 fights, I think, something like that. And she's
Yeah.
she's come through because like, dude, since her loss to Carla, she's you know she lost to Manon Fiorot, who is pretty good.
Yeah.
She beat Amanda Hebos, beat Tracy Cortez, has to lost to Blanchfield, but that was close, and then beats Miranda Maverick. I gotta be honest, bro. We have to give full credit to Natalia Silva. She did not need to take this opportunity. She could have waited. She could have waited. But, and I gotta be honest, but Rose would have beat Alexa Grasso. Considering really how not good Alexa's looked recently.
Yeah.
But I gotta be honest. I don't see a way that Rose beats Silva without a finish. She has to finish her. And she can do that. We've seen her pull out the miraculous stuff. Nobody thought she was going to knock out Weili. Weili was destroying everybody.
I think it was confirmed that this is a #1 contender fight too as well.
Huh? Say it?
I think this was confirmed as a #1 contender fight as well.
Which it makes sense because think about it. Yes, Silva's earned her way. I'm not saying Rose hasn't, but she doesn't need to earn as much because she's Rose. As you mentioned, she could have been that she could have been the dominant force for years. And also she's still marketable. She still has a pretty sizable fan base. And she's still a very big name. And it's like, that's why this, and honestly, this is a decision by Dana and the boys that I like. That isn't a contender fight. Because, no offense to Fiorot, she had a chance. Yeah, she won recently, but she had her chance, and she lost to Valentina. She has to wait. Okay? Yeah, she's good. I'm sure she'll fight good next time with the title, but guess what? Think
about this, dude.
Last year, and she lost. And I'm sure everyone will go, oh, Manon Fiorot, she did a title shot at Colorina in France. Get the fuck out of here, okay? She lost last year. Give her a year. She needs more wins. Rose is obviously less deserving it than Silva because Silva could have waited. As I said, she could have waited, and she still might have gotten it. But I give Natalia Silva all the credit in the world. Even if she loses, she had no reason to take this fight. It's very little reward because she was already almost there, and big risk, but she's doing it anyway. And as you mentioned for Rose, it's up and down. So we don't know what Rose we're going to get.
I mean,
are we getting Doug Rose? Doug Rose. Are we getting Doug Rose, or are we getting Rose, who's Pat Barry's groom?
I mean, until still being Grasso, Andrade, Angelique, Araujo,
Yeah.
I don't think Rose beats her without a finish, but
yeah.
I think a fight between Silva and Valentina is very interesting right now.
And also, if Rose can find a way to win this, Rose and Valentina was a fight that when Rose beat Weili, people asked her, hey, if you can defend a couple times, would you consider fighting Valentina? And she was up for it. Now, obviously, she didn't get there because she literally shat herself against Carla and then ruined the whole fucking division until Weili saved it.
Completely hypothetical.
But
Rose goes out there, wins against Silva, fights Valentina, beats Shevchenko for the belt.
Oh.
Where did you rank her amongst the greatest women?
Now, all right, quick question to that. Are we saying it's a clear win against Valentina, or it's like a split decision controversial? Because if it's a split decision controversial, then I'd still put an asterisk next to her name.
Clear win. Then
she belongs in at least the top 5 of all time. But at the very worst, she pulls even with Valentina. Because if you take out wins or losses, she has a great resume. Yeah. Maybe it's not Valentina's level, but it's at least level with Weili. It's at least level with Andrade, all of her contemporaries. It's at least level with, it's not Amanda or Valentina's resume, but it's close enough. Where if she did do the hypothetical, and then maybe, let's say she is. Now, if that happens, she would need, in my opinion, 1 or 2 defenses against Menon, against Grasso to really solidify. But I agree. She would at least pull even with those, go with those women. But as you mentioned, it's a hypothetical because we've seen her attempt these things, sometimes getting it, sometimes not. So I don't know. For that reason, I want to pick Rose. I'll root for her, but I'm picking Silva to win this fight.
Yeah, I'm picking Silva to win this fight too, probably by
decision. There's really no other way Rose can win this fight besides a finish.
Yeah. And with a Fat Barry in her corner, there's no way
Maybe
she's
she
winning.
could, yeah. Is it possible she could find a way to control Silva? That is, but what we've seen from Silva recently is Silva is she's very efficient in everything she does.
Yeah.
She's not going to just sit there like no, yeah. No offense to Verna Jandiroba, but Verna just sat there against McKenzie in rounds 3 and 4 and lost those rounds. Even though she was scoring off the back, she still lost the rounds because she just accepted it. But
Yeah.
Natalia Silva has shown that she doesn't accept it. She gets up or she tries to reverse or she throws submissions. And also, I think at this point in her career, this is probably the best striker that Rose has faced in a while. And it's also the best striker that that Silva's faced in a while. So it should be a striker's delight. Probably won't be massively exciting because I don't think Rose, or let me phrase, it's not in Rose's interest to be very exciting. It's in Rose's interest to win this fight no matter how. And if she has to be boring, she'll do it. But if it's going towards Silva, I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. So we'll see. But I'm picking Silva.
Yeah. I'm picking Silva by decision.
All right, let's move on. So we got obviously the third fight of the main card, the featured fight. In the heavyweight showdown, baby. The Black Beast is back versus Salsa Boy. Bro, on your breakdown, you said Biggie Boy, and I'm like, and
hey, speaking of Biggie Boy, he got arrested.
I was going to say, you recorded that before that came out.
Yeah, literally.
You said Biggie Boy, and I'm listening, and I'm like, Biggie Boy's in a cell right now. Biggie Boy's in a cell right now.
Apparently, he bit his partner.
Well, bit where? Who knows? Yeah, who knows, man. And also, the news pissed me off because like it makes Dana look better for cutting it. It's like, come on, it was a fucking year ago.
Yeah.
Fucking Dana. But also, hey, maybe they knew about this stuff going on in his life. Maybe that's why they cut him. So if that was the case, I'll give them credit for that because that's never good for the press. We got Waldo Cortez Acosta, who is no one can argue he is the most ascending rising heavyweight contender in the world. He is.
Yeah.
He just is. He's come for a lot of struggle. And I'll say this. His fight against Spivak, we were there in Jersey. We both thought he lost. I still believe he lost. The fight with Sergey, I honestly believe he just didn't want to be in China, which honestly, who does? And let's be honest, Sergey went to Yao Ming's laboratory, got drugs, and it's China. Sergey Pavlovich, Russians, come on, he probably cheated. So, and since then, Wallo's been on a tear. He's you said this is his sixth fight in about a year.
Yep.
Which is crazy. Now we look over at Derek. He's the Black Beast. He's the knockout king. And I mentioned this in my Derek Lewis video. Go watch it, please. That Derek Lewis is the freaking man. Okay. If he is not one of your most favorite fighters in the UFC, then please stop watching this channel. Please unsubscribe. Just kidding. Don't actually unsubscribe. But stop watching the video, go in the corner, and think about your life. Because you suck. I'm speaking to you fans out there who don't like Derek. You suck. You suck. All right. You're either two people. You're either fucking DC lovers, which there's a place and a time for your big fat boy. Okay. Or you're just assholes. So fuck off, dude. Is it just me, or is this getting to a track? Because you've seen Derek at the media day at the press conference, right?
Yeah.
Is this like the second or third fight where he's showing pictures of him losing weight and he's not lost the weight?
I feel like that. Yeah. He said
because he always posts these pictures where he like slim and he's running. And then I posted, I found the picture for the thumbnail and not the thumbnail, but the one I used in my video where it's him at the media day, and he looks the same old Derek. Maybe a little slimmer, but the same old Derek. He doesn't look very slim. So I have no idea what it is that he keeps trying to do with this. Honestly, I think it might be a joke of his. Maybe he'll come out and go, yeah, man, I used Photoshop to trick the fans. It was fun. That's something that Derek would do. So, as much as I want to pick Derek, you know what? Screw it. I'm picking Derek. Derek Lewis, win this. No, I know he's not. I know. I know he's not. But listen to me. I put money into something with Figgy. Yes, he's probably not going to win, but similar to Figgy, he's got a puncher's chance, and probably more so because heavyweights aren't that hard to hit. We've seen Waldo get hit. He can be hit. He can be rocked. And Derek can punch. If Derek can somehow survive Waldo's assault, or Waldo gives him time to build, Derek has a legitimate chance in this fight. Not a massive one, but and here's honestly, dude, if someone told me, hey man, Waldo's gonna win this fight, then I want them to tell me that Derek lost by a boring decision, because I don't want him to get knocked out. He's been knocked out a bunch. I don't want to see my boy Derek on his back again. It pains me, okay? It pains me. So if he's gonna lose, just let it be the decision, okay? And then Waldo can fight with the title. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm choosing Waldo.
That's fine, yeah.
I love Derek. I won't deny that. We all love Derek. You can't deny that. If you don't love Derek, like you said, you are a fucking bitch. Get the fuck off our channel.
Exactly. Leave, please. Don't come back.
Just kidding. Don't leave. We want all the people here.
No, fucking leave. I'm serious. Fucking get out.
Bro,
I don't want fucking people who hate Derek watching this channel. Go ahead.
Even at his age, I mean, he still has, the biggest chance in the world that his punch is knockout king. He has the most knockouts, but I mean, Waldo is fast. He can, for a heavyweight, he's very, fast in his striking.
I wouldn't say fast. I'd say quick. I wouldn't say
for a heavyweight is fast.
Well, that's why I'm saying quick. Is that yes, fast and heavyweight? It means kind of a little quick. But yeah, I agree.
But he's also got some popping shots. He's most active heavyweight on the roster.
He has a very good jab, dude. I really like Waldo's jab.
Yeah,
it's
really
a little
solid
sloppy.
jab.
His jab's very good. I feel like if Waldo's gonna dominate Derek like Cyril did, he's gonna go to the body, which is what Cyril did, and it worked great. If he doesn't do that, then he could still win. But if Waldo fights the way he did against Sergey, he's gonna win by a split decision. If he fights the way he did against fucking Ante Delija, Derek's gonna be in trouble. But also, listen to me. I'm not saying Waldo's not tough. He is tough. He's got these chin, but we've seen him drop. We've seen him hurt. You know what I mean? We've seen him in trouble. He's not invincible. And we know Derek can fight. And as I mentioned in my video, it's a very 1+1=2 scenario with Derek. We know what he can do. He comes forward. He throws punches. He has other skills, but he doesn't give a shit. He wants to win. He wants to knock you out. He's the Black Beast. He doesn't got time to fucking think of a game plan. He wants to win. He wants to come forward, throw punches, knock you out. I mean, this is the guy who was down 2-0 to Volkov, getting his ass kicked, gets a kick in the ass from his coach, and knocks him out, and goes, he's the fucking man, dude.
The president called, told me you were talking shit, how to make America look good.
You were saying this hoe.
You were saying this hoe.
Oh, that was great. Dude, I swear to God, if he wins, you know he's gonna say, man, I sent that boy back to Dominican. Man, tell him to get a cab and start driving. Hey, UFC, I want another cab driver. This time give me a Puerto Rican cab driver. Dude, he is the king. I love how he called Talshin Teixeira the king of the Brazilian cab drivers. I love that. And then he knocked him out in like 90 seconds. It was awesome, dude. Oh. Well, I swear to God, if he knocks out Waldo in the first round,
that's shocking.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck Cyril. Just give Derek a title shot out of pity at that point. Give him the money.
At this point, they will, with how they're running.
And guess what? Guess what? All Derek's got to do is poke Tom in the eye and he wins. He's got to be like John. He's got to turn to John for a second. No, Derek wouldn't do that. Derek's too good of a guy.
So we'll split on this fight.
Well, okay. Let me be fair. I think Derek has a chance, and I am going to pick him, but I'm very hesitant on that, and I do think that Waldo is probably going to win. But similar to Umar, all right, it's not similar. I don't hate Waldo. I actually like him. And, bro, dude, him wearing the eye patch to mock Tom after being his teammate, that was awesome. Yeah, but I'm being there. All right. Bro, you good? Come on. We're almost done. You're falling asleep here.
Sorry.
Come on, guys. We got 2 fights to go. All right? Listen, right. You knew I was going to ramble and get fucking hyped up. Come on, guys. Okay?
I mean, this is 2:30, all right?
What?
I've been up since 2:30. All right.
Yeah, it's not fucking my problem. It's your problem. It's your fucking job, bro. First of all, guys, find this guy another job. All right, spend money for our channel so this guy can stop working at fucking 3 a.m. Jesus Christ.
All right, let's
Oh
move on.
Jesus. All right,
Both
going at
split.
we got Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong at 135 pounds bantamweight. What Song's UFC ranking? 6?
5,
5, and what's Sean's?
3.
3. So you mentioned this, dude, that this is a critical point in Sean O'Malley's career. I'm gonna let you talk about that when it's your turn, but I'll just talk about Song real quick. He's a badass. He comes forward, he wins. One thing you mentioned that I agree with is that he's got the style that he could be like a striking Marab where he just comes forward. But and honestly, no offense to Uriah Faber, he's a great coach. I feel like he's the reason why Song has lost fights because Song has had chances to finish guys early that he's hurting, and then he lets up because he's trying to be strategic. And Faber's, and listen, I think Faber's a great coach, but we've seen with team alpha male guys, they sometimes get too much in their head, and they end up costing them fights. Not intentionally, it's just kind of how it happens sometimes. And I feel like if Song, we know he's tough enough, and also you mentioned this. Sean's got the power. His striking is super crisp, one of the best we've ever seen. He's not going to hit Song, and Song's going to go out. We know that. He's going to have to put 4 or 5 or 6 perfect lefts for Song to be hurt.
No, Song is durable as all shit.
He is. Like, the first left, because Song is hittable, but he's hittable because he knows he can be hit and not hurt, and or not hurt too badly. And I could see Sean winning away, similar to how Corey beat Song, where he just kind of broke him down. But Corey's got far more diversified weapons. They're not sure, but far more a variety of weapons than Sean does. But Sean could still get to that point. Personally, I feel like Song's going to try to get up and close, rough him in the clinch, make Sean fight a cage fight, which he did against Rob and Aljo, and force him to fight that way. Which I think that Faber's going to scheme up because, most guys don't want to stand in front of Sean. Song will at some point stand in front of Sean, and that's going to be Sean's chance to hurt him. But he's going to have to cut him. He's going to have to drop him several times, and to win this fight, Sean O'Malley's going to have to go to a place he hasn't been in a long time, and he's going to have to dig deep. And we haven't seen him dig deep since his controversial win against Piotr Jan. Yeah. That was the last time we saw him. Well, sorry, I'm phrased. It was the last time we saw him dig deep and still come through. He tried to dig deep against Rob, failed. He was able to dig deep against Cheeto for like 5 seconds, and then got dropped at the end of the fight. So we'll see. I'm gonna pick Song, but Sean can definitely win this fight if he comes back and wins that game. Go ahead.
Well, when we were there at 316 watching Sean versus Rob 2, Sean completely switched up. He let go of his sugar personality.
That was the whole lie, dude.
He, stopped dyeing his hair. He switched up the Song. He let go of everything that made him who he was, and now he's back to everything. So,
yeah, bro, I'm purely convinced that the UFC and him and Tim Welch went, all right, let's try something different. Let's try going all the nice route, and let's stop this shit. And it didn't work. It sort of backfired.
Yeah,
because people lost, because some people lost faith in Sean because of that. Because he stopped being really confident, stuff like that. And he was kind of going back and forth on it, similar to how Conor was after his loss to Khabib, and it just didn't work. And I'm sure Sean's going to be confident, but dude, he's been very reserved since he lost to Merab. In both 316 and
this is his moment where he either becomes where he either cements himself as a next title contender, or he becomes Darren Till.
Dude, that's a great point. That's a great point because similar to Darren Till, super highly touted. You mentioned in your video, and I feel like Darren Till had a far better resume for the come up. He fought, but still similar where they get to the top, they're supposed to win, and they just can't do it, and then they fall apart after 3 years at the top, at title contention. And I think you're right, that could happen to him. and especially if Song like finishes him. Now this is 3 rounds, which I think favors Sean. It doesn't favor Song.
No, yeah, it favors Sean immensely.
And yeah, and Sean could scrape by a 2-1 unanimous decision win, similar to how he did against Jan. I could see that happening, but I think Song realizes that this now. Listen, if Song loses, he might still get chances down the line. He's only 28. He's still kind of young. He still get there, but this is his chance. If he goes in there and beats the shit out of Sean O'Malley, he could be fighting for the world title next, 100%.
I mean, he is very fast and explosive. So if he gets into the pocket, Sean, and explodes and lands a crisp, clean shot on the chin, we've seen Sean rock before. So it's not unlikely that he drops Sean.
And that's a good point that you alluded to, bro. This is not the 27-year-old slick Sean that's faster than lightning. This is a 31-year-old. This is a 31-year-old guy who's been in some grueling fights. Even the Cheeto one. Yeah, he beat Cheeto, but he had to expend a lot of energy to keep Cheeto off him and beat the shit out of him. He went through. He's given a lot of his life force. When he beat Aljo, I don't think he expected that in 3 years that he would be in this position and feeling the way. Because I'm sure he feels good at times. But man, as a fighter, when you get in your 30s, and I've heard so many guys tell me this in the boxing gym, when you get to your 30s, it becomes that not every day is exciting to train. Unless you're certain guys, not every day is you feel great. You have some days where you don't feel good because you've been through wars. And Sean, at 18-3, has been through some fights and been through some grueling fucking wars. And when you fight Merab twice, that's going to happen to you. You're going to become less than because he takes a part of your soul and fucking crushes it with his foot. All right. And Sean fought him twice. And, if Sean can win this fight, hey, all credit to him. And dude, if he beats Song, he's fighting fucking Piotr for the title. I mean, clearly, if he wins the fight, obviously gonna fight him. Song could win and still not be fighting for the title because, it's whatever. Because we'll see. Because it's all about what makes more money. But Sean versus Young, and I'm sure that Piotr is gonna watch this fight going, well, I might beat Song, and if Song loses, then I can beat Sean. And we'll see. We'll see.
It's gonna be an interesting fight. Who knows? Sean may run around on the outside, try and pick his shots for the 3 rounds. Make it just like a very
he's definitely going to do that in round 1. 100%. That's how we'll start. Yeah. We'll see. All right. Let's get to the main event. Song. I'm picking Song.
Picking Song.
I'm not that I don't see Sean having a chance or winning. I just think that Sean at 31,
I'll give Sean one last chance. I'm going to pick Sean in this fight.
That's fine. Totally.
But it's just this is his last fucking chance.
Yeah, you're giving his last chance. For me, he spent his chances through Merab, and he failed. And guess what? As a fighter, dude, sometimes those 1 or 2 chances, sometimes that's all you get. Sometimes you don't get any more. Sometimes the dice doesn't go in your favor after a certain point, and this could be it for Sean. But we'll see.
We shall see.
All right. So obviously, the original co-main was supposed to be Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison got hurt,
Kayla Harrison needs neck surgery.
Which also means that dude, you know as well as I know she had neck surgery, but let's be honest, she could have fought with it, which means that her weight cut was going bad.
Kyle says I don't see Sean losing. It's his last chance.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, Kyle. It's just my opinion. I feel like Song is good enough to spoil the last chance. But you're right. Sean has to win, though.
He has to real quick.
Go ahead. So we are now at the main event, cocksucker. The main event, as he's going to the bathroom, he's going to come back all fired up. The main event. Actually, you know what? I'm going to wait for you, dude. I'll wait for you. Yeah, so obviously, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. We're both kind of split on this, and I might understand where you're coming from, Kyle. This is Sean. This is his. I agree. This is his last chance. He has to win this. There's no question about it. He needs to win this fight. 100%. He needs to win this fight, or there's nothing left. All right, there is nothing left if he doesn't win this fight. And like as I mentioned before, Kyle, like if some guys get windows of opportunity for title contention, you only get a certain amount. It's very rare if you're like Jose and you can win a title, dominate, lose it, win a title, sort of dominate, lose it, and then somehow still get back again and again and again. But it's very rare for that to happen. And for Sean, because of his marketability, because he's Sugar, because of all these things, he'll always have the opportunities. But it's almost like what Isaiah said. If he can't get this done, he's going to end up like a Darren Till, who will be popular for the rest of his career. Darren Till is very popular in Misfits boxing right now because he was that guy who had all the potential in the world. He didn't achieve it, but he still made something of his career. Sean can still do that if he loses, if he doesn't succeed in the UFC. But if he wants to still be close to what that Conor, comparison was, or be that Sugar, to be that Sean Sugar champion type guy, he has to win this fight and he has to finish Song Yinong. Maybe he can scrape by a decision. We'll see. But and honestly, if he wins a controversial decision, he's still gonna fight fucking Piotr next. He could win by fucking toenail. Or fucking hangnail. He's fighting for a world title if he wins this fight. But we'll see. All right, bro. I didn't get to the main event yet because I wanted to wait for you. So let's move on to the main event of the evening: UFC interim lightweight championship of the world. Really, this is the lightweight championship because Ilya, per like the WBA boxing rule, he's technically a champion in recess because, as you mentioned, he's got fucking bitch Georgina trying to take his kids, fucking, and because she is a dumb bitch. Dumb bitch. Damn right. And so we have in the interim time Justin Gaethje, former interim champion himself, longtime UFC vet, and as you mentioned, one of the most exciting fighters in UFC history, versus Paddy the Fatty. The Fatty Pimblett, the rising megastar from Manchester, England. Go ahead, man. You start off.
It's a very interesting fight. I mean, we all know Justin Gaethje. He comes to put on performance. Most exciting fighter
every time.
UFC history. But this is definitely, as he has said, his last hoorah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, completely agree.
And he has complained this week about saying that his fighter pay didn't go up.
This
he's
reason
still getting the same amount of money that he would have gotten on the ESPN deal. And then Dana on Pat McAfee shows like, oh, we offered him more money. He just didn't get back to us.
Lie.
He didn't. He ignored us.
That is a flat out bold-faced lie. And I'm
then
sure in
at the
5
press
years,
conference, I guess somebody asked Justin about it, and Justin was like, "I'm not here to talk about money. I'm here to talk about fights."
Which means that the PR guy said, "Hey, we'll keep shitting on you if you don't shut up." And Justin goes, "Well, I got what I wanted. I'm after whining for 6 months, so okay, I'll shut up."
I mean, I love Justin, but I've always complained he is a salty bitch. He complains a lot.
Sometimes for good reason, but in recent times, not. In recent times, yes, he is right. He did save UFC 300, but so did Max. It wasn't a one-way street. It was also Max fighting him too. It wasn't just fucking Justin.
He definitely does have a chance in this fight.
And
he can finish Paddy. There's no doubt about that.
That's true. He definitely can. But one thing, going to what I just said, I feel like he felt that the fact that Max got a title shot after their fight, even though he got knocked out, which should mean no title fight for you, he just assumed, well, Max got a title shot, why not I? And I feel like that's why he's been salty. Whatever reasons you can think of it or not. But you just mentioned, man, Justin Gaethje has you mentioned it in your video, the technical brawling style to hurt and finish anybody. He has it, always had it, and he's always got it. And you mentioned we're really going to see how tough Scousers are because Justin throws missiles and he comes. And I feel like Paddy is going to have to be his absolute best. And if he can be his absolute best, as you said in your video, and if he can prove it to us, all credit to him. And that makes the fight with Ilya. And also, I said this to you back when this was all being discussed, when Ilya wasn't gone yet, blah, blah. I said, dude, I really don't want Paddy and Ilya now because they haven't built it up enough. And Paddy needs to prove himself against top 5 guy. Because really what this interim title fight, it is for the for the world title because Ilya is in recess technically. Also, it's just a title, it's just a true title eliminator. The winner fights the champ.
Even though we already have a number 1 contender.
Trust me, that's a whole different fucking thing. That's a whole different thing. Because, as you mentioned, the number 1 contender, Arman Tsarukyan, he's still paying the price, even after a win, for fucking up UFC 311, which really, in my opinion, dude, it confirms the fact that he wasn't hurt at 311. Because, dude, if they're punishing him this much, they're punishing him this much, he wasn't hurt. Right? If they're punishing him this much, then they know he wasn't hurt, and they know he just he woke up and didn't feel good. Which, he's got his reasons, I understand, but the UFC does not punish a guy for an injury this bad. We've never seen it. We've never seen them punish a guy for an injury this fucking bad. It's never happened. So that's why I think I'm not blaming Arman for whatever happened in 311. I'm just saying, whatever happened, it wasn't as bad as what was said, and he could have fought, but he decided not to, which is up to him. I totally get it.
There is also there has been noticed about Gaethje. Seems to be a wound on his neck because he has a bandage on his neck in his photos, like a skin color bandage.
Is it a big bandage or is it kind of small?
It's like it's like in between small and medium. He says it's like an ingrown hair,
or like the ones you put around a finger, or is it bigger than that?
Like a bit bigger.
Yeah.
I'm not heard reports from actual official sources, but people are reporting like, doctors are saying if the wound isn't good enough by weigh-ins Friday that someone's going to take Gaethje's place, but I don't have any merit in those claims. So
yeah, we'll see. Yeah. And so I want to bring up one thing. Shout out to Kyle. He's in the chat, and his first comment was, "I know Chandler sucks, but I didn't look like a different person when he beat the shit out of him." And then his next comment also alludes to something that I was actually going to mention himself, because I feel like when Patty's best friend, I forgot the other guy's name, when he committed suicide, I think it was before the Bobby Green fight. Bro, we watched Patty at 282.
No,
I think you were there, Kyle, right?
It was before Bobby Green. I'm pretty sure it was either his
but it was after. Yeah, but it was after Jared Gordon, right?
No.
It was after Jared Gordon. I'm pretty sure it was.
No, it wasn't.
Jared Gordon was 282.
I'm pretty sure his friend committed suicide either before he fought Jordan Levitt or Rodrigo Vargas, because it was in London when he gave that speech.
Huh. You sure?
Oh, I'm very sure.
Are we in those positions again? Okay. All right. Hold on a second.
While you look this up, I'll talk about what Kyle said.
Go ahead.
Kyle, I completely agree because I said it in my Patty video.
I agree too, by the way. Yeah. What Kyle's saying.
Because when he was fighting Chandler, when Patty got to Chandler's back and he got a hold of him, and then he picked Chandler up and then slammed him to the ground, all idea about Patty being like a little kid, not being super strong, went out the window. It was like this dude's fucking real. He's game. He's ready to fight, and he actually might be a threat to these top contenders. You don't beat the top guys until you actually beat the top guys. So you just have to wait and see.
Oh, fuck you! You were right. It was Jordan Levitt. Fuck you, fucking asshole! God damn it!
What did I say?
Well, it must not have affected him until after he fought Jared Gordon because he looked like shit in that fight.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking terrible. But dude, honestly, since his fight with Bobby Green, he's looked fucking amazing. He's looked because yeah, he beat Tony by decision, but he could have finished Tony if he had the opportunity or the ability to.
He almost had it out.
I understand that Bobby is Bobby King Green. We get it. He's fucking crazy, but he's not a fucking slouch. And also, Bobby talks some shit and said some things. So yeah, he kind of got it coming. But I agree, Kyle. He also what you said, dude. He looked like he looked like 4 weight classes above Chandler. He looked like a fucking behemoth over Chandler. And
it was wild. The fact that he picked Chandler up and slammed him on the ground.
Yeah. That was
the moment that everything went out the window. That was wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's crazy.
And Gaethje's always had a big hole in his ground game and his jiu-jitsu game, and that's where Patty excels.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not Patty can get the fights to the ground, because he doesn't really have the takedowns to utilize his ground game. I don't think.
Sorry, I was looking something up about Oh, I just saw a fucking Dana thing.
I mean, I don't know. I'm picking Patty by submission.
Oh, bro, I'm looking at John's glasses and the face-off. It's fucking weird. Oh my god, it's a fucking weirdo.
I think Gaethje has, probably going to come in this fight, overswing, get caught off balance. Patty's going to, slip, get under him, get to the back, and then get the fight to the ground. And then from there, I think it's game over because I don't think Gaethje really has a way to get back to his feet.
We have seen Justin get broken down a little bit and then fall into bad submissions. Happened against Khabib. And now I'm not saying that Patty's got Khabib level grappling, but he's got great enough grappling that he can get to that point and find a submission. I feel like he doesn't do that until round 4 or 5. I don't think Justin's going to be open early to that, or Patty might not pursue that early. But I feel like he could get a submission around 4 or 5. Otherwise, also, listen to me. What I'm hoping at some point happens is that they stand and trade, because I want to see Patty Scouser chin really tested. Because one thing you mentioned in your video,
let's wait and test that chin. Let him beat Justin and test the chin against Ilya, dude.
That is a good point. But I will feel better about Ilya beating him once I see Gaethje hurt him.
Now, what if he eats Gaethje shots, and then what if he eats Ilya shots?
Well, then that was gonna be Ilya. Bro, be Ilya, dumbass. No shit.
Remember when Sean O'Malley defended Aljo's takedown, and when Francis defended Stipe's takedown? Remember how we looked at each other like,
oh. We're like, this fight's over.
If he eats Ilya's shot, we're gonna like, oh fuck.
Well, I think it depends which Ilya shot. If it's the one that Charles got hit with, I don't think that knocks out any. But yeah, but the one that he killed Max with, he eats that. Holy shit!
We'll see, man. We never know.
And also, listen to me. I'm not saying that listen to me, he could eat the first one, but there's more coming behind it.
Yeah.
And also, that's the same with Gaethje. Gaethje doesn't, one of the best things Gaethje has is he's a power volume guy. He throws hard shots, but he throws a lot of it.
He's a technical brawler.
He is. And I feel like, listen to me. It doesn't matter how good Patty is in the striking. The striking favors Justin. We all know this. It's clearly obvious. It favors Justin, but it's everything all together that it favors Patty. So we'll see. I'm going to pick Patty.
I'm picking Patty as well.
But if Gaethje wins, we're gonna be going nuts at Gaethje. We're gonna be fucking going. I mean, if Gaethje wins, at that point, I would like the UFC to go, you know what? Fuck the interim. Here's the world title. Justin, you're a world champion. Now, after you fight Ilya, we're cutting you. Bye. Here's your world
title. After he fights Ilya, he's not gonna want to fight again. Ilya's gonna do nasty things to Justin, dude. Nasty things.
Well, also, dude, like, if Patty is able to hurt Justin on the feet, Justin has, and Justin can somehow win, then he is going to be a corpse against Ilya.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, yeah. Not that Patty isn't bad at the striking. He is good. He's a little sloppy sometimes, but he's gotten better. I like his jab. He's decent in the body.
Kyle's got Patty.
And I feel like his teammate, his teammate Luke Riley. I know he's only one on the UFC. I think he's better striking than Patty. Just just technique wise. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Kyle's got Patty as well, but he thinks it's pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. When we're saying Patty wins, guys, we're not saying that Patty destroys him. We're saying it's a close fight, similar.
Close fight.
Because let's be honest, that Chandler fight was close for a round and a half, and the other round and a half it was a blowout.
Yeah.
So.
And because Chandler also hadn't fought in 2.5 years as well. So
exactly. Yeah. So and Gaethje, he hasn't been super active, but he had the fight against Fiziev not too far recently. So, we'll see. I think we're both going Patty because we're expecting him to achieve his greatness.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, Justin's gonna win. And guess what?
We're gonna see.
What do I always say?
We don't know shit.
We don't know fucking shit about this sport.
We don't know shit.
We don't know fucking nothing. Fucking Justin could submit him around for all we fucking know. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean,
Justin is ironically the only guy to have lost in every single round.
That's hilarious.
That's he got subbed by Charles in the first. Who did he get finishing the second by?
Khabib.
Khabib by the Charles, you're right. The third round
was both Eddie and the first Dustin, because both were third round.
No, the first Dustin was the fourth round.
Yeah, but the Eddie fight was the last round, though. It was round 3.
Round 3, yeah. And then the fifth round, as we all know.
All right, hold on. I'm checking. All right, yeah. So he's got a second round. He's got a third round loss to get the Eddie. Fourth round of Dustin. Round 2 to Khabib. Round 1 to Charles. And that am I missing one? Or yeah, round 5 to Max. Yeah. That's great. That's a cool little trivia, bro. I didn't know that.
That is pretty interesting stuff for fucking that.
That's crazy, man. That's some funny shit right there, dude. Oh man. And bro, guess what? Justin has been in 4 straight Fight of the Nights.
He's never fought outside the top 10 in the UFC career ever.
Was Michael Johnson ranked in the top 10?
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
James Vick was? No.
At the time, yeah.
What was Vick's rank?
I can't remember, but
hold on. It's saying at Tapology. I mean, this is Tapology rank. He was number 15, but still. But the UFC must have had him at number 10 probably. Because he fought Edson, and at the time Edson was top 5. So yeah, that's true. He did. Holy shit.
Dude's a legend.
Yes. And dude, it's crazy. I'm looking at it right here, dude. He's only had 2 fights his entire career where he's not had a bonus or a fight of the night or a performance of the night. It's his losses to Khabib and Charles. That's it. And no reason why he couldn't is because he got finished before he could make the fight exciting.
Exactly.
And also, he dropped Charles. And then Charles goes, I do it for my daughter. And then he fucking submitted him.
Yeah, that was fucking right.
That was awesome. That was maybe the most roller coaster fight I ever watched with you guys at B-Dubs, because we're like, oh man, Charles is fucking screwed. A minute later, it's fucking over. Charles has got him. That was awesome. That was great.
It was.
We were still in shock that Tony's chin was in orbit, but come on, dude, he's back. He's the king of boxing.
Dude, he's undefeated.
You sent me that, guys. Isaiah sent me a fucking clip after Tony got his last win in boxing, where it showed fucking Bud Crawford, it showed fucking Usyk, and then he fucking showed Tony, and he goes, all undefeated and undisputed.
Damn
and I'm like, and someone goes, the 3 kings of boxing.
Canelo better watch count his fucking days, baby.
Dude, honestly, here's the fucking problem. Canelo looks so bad against Bud that Tony would actually believe he has a
I know, that's the problem.
Bro, I gotta be honest, there are some super middleweights or some light heavyweights that are outside the top 100 that I think Tony could legitimately beat. His technique would be crap, but he'd actually beat them because he's got some power. But Uh, dude, honestly, bro, the pictures of Tony with the boxing belt makes me happy. It makes me so happy, dude.
It was the best thing ever.
Where the fuck are your McNuggets? Defender Vicky, motherfucker! Dude, that's a great. I love Tony. He's the man.
But
all right, so we're both picking Patty, but we think Justin's gonna make it a great war. So
yeah, that's gonna do it for this breakdown.
Gonna
First
do it, boys.
Fighters Lounge of 2026.
All right, man. Shout out to Kyle before we sign off. Is he still here?
Yes, sir, Kyle.
See what he said? He goes, Isaiah's ability to remember these things amazes me, lol. I know, dude. It amazes me, Kyle. I don't know how the fuck this guy knows this shit. You're sick. You're a psycho.
You're sick.
You're a psycho.
You're sick. I have the fucking memory of a fucking hawk with this shit, dude.
I mean, I'm a hardcore boxing guy. Even I don't fucking remember this shit. Everything about boxing. A lot more history, dude, but still. Yeah, man. That's gonna. All right, yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for this.
I will see you, Kyle. We'll talk to you tomorrow, and we'll talk to you Saturday, bro.
Yeah, pay attention next week because there's gonna be another Fighters Lounge next week for
Fighters Lounge next week. So just to preview before we sign off, we are gonna do. We're still live, right?
Yeah.
We are still gonna do some. We are still gonna do like
no companion this week, Kyle. No companion.
Yeah, no companion. Yeah. Now, what we are gonna do is, Kyle, we're gonna call you ourselves, so make sure you're on your fucking phone, cocksucker, on Saturday. And we are also gonna do some. We're also gonna do some. Maybe some shorts. Maybe. I might do a quick live on my phone for some of the main card. We'll see, but there'll be some content. But fuck, it's on that.
Oh,
we'll be around, Kyle. We'll be around. I promise. We'll be around. We'll be available, cocksucker. All right, we're gonna be fucking. Okay, I'll be ready. All right, here you go. He's in, everybody. We're gonna be eating. We're gonna be. We're gonna be in. We're gonna be at the Berghof in Southern Bavaria, at Hitler's fucking private retreat, also known as Nazi home, also known as Gabe's house. Gabe's gonna watch this and goes, "Who said I'm a Nazi? You couldn't see you, bro. Whenever we were at 3:10 at the, I'm showing. I'm like, is that? He goes, that's not the same eagle. It's the same eagle. Look at it.
Oh God, I heard that.
Dude, you're fucking wrong. And Jason was like, dude, you're look at it, bro. It's fucking. Dude, when we were watching fucking Aljo fight Osborne, he goes, yeah, I get pegged. Like, you turn, you went, the fuck. It's gonna be a good time with the boys, Kyle. We'll give you a call, man.
Yeah.
Little call, Gabe's house. Little call it. I mean, hey, dude, listen to me, bro. I'm not paying just Paramount. I'm not giving Dana any of my fucking money. The Zone's getting my money. You know why? Because I gotta watch the boxing. Because I can't fucking. Also, I don't give a fuck. I hope stuff in boxing. Kyle, please tell me you haven't bought Paramount Plus yet. Please tell me you haven't done it. Please tell me.
I'm running this trip.
All right. Oh, hold on. Let's sign off. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. This is the Fighters Lounge. We'll see you on Saturday a little bit. Stay tuned for UFC 324, Patty versus Gaethje. My name is Jake.
I'm Isaiah.
Thanks for watching, boys. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. And remember, the greatest